All righty. Welcome to In the Paint. My name is Angus Black, aka Rodney Jones. Tonight, it's not a regular broadcast on sports or whatever, what may have you. We're going to talk about this is like one of my toughest days. Yeah, definitely. Today, I shouldn't say just myself, but we lost a great brother. This man, he is responsible for In the Paint. Um, my brother, MAC611, aka Marque Cunningham. What a guy, And tonight, this is all about him, and we're gonna just pay homage to the brother and share testimonials, share stories of our times with him. Of course, he'll be full, so sorely missed. Y'all gotta bear with me tonight because this is really tough for me. I'm trying to hold it together as best I can. So, with that being said, I'm gonna add so many people in and share their stories and just showing the outpouring of love for our brother and his family and his oh so many friends that he had here, not just on Inner Paint, but just in general. So with that being said, let me bring one of my first people, a guy when I first did In the Paint. He was a member of In the Paint. He was part of the broadcast team. My man Cyclonus.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, man? How you feeling, man? That's a stupid question.
Horrible.
But yeah, that's a pretty stupid question. Sorry about that. But
Nah, no
yeah,
problem, no
man.
problem.
Bro, what can I
Yeah,
say?
man.
I miss dude, man. I was minding my business earlier today. Our brother, Hollop hit me up with this news about 10:15, something like that, and I couldn't believe it was MAC611 because I was like, Mark who? And he said Mac. I was like, what? And I just lost it, from there. You know what I mean? And it was yeah, man. So well, what's some of your thoughts, obviously, bro? What's going on in your mind?
Man, people gotta be safe out there, man. That's my road dog since the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible, man.
I know.
His little cousin is here too, and she want to say a little something.
Hey guys.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, it's rough, but we're just trying to get through it. Mark was an awesome person. That's my
Yes, he
cousin,
was.
I got
Yes.
so many memories of the dude, but
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is.
Right. Yeah, it's very difficult. I'm sorry to interrupt you. It's very difficult
No, it's okay,
to just kind of just like get a grasp on this because he meant so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
To
meant
us
so much
all.
to a lot of people. A lot of people
Really.
have their good memories of him, and
Mm-hmm.
nothing but blessings and all that.
For sure. For sure. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna bring some more people in, as you can see.
Yeah.
Joined by so many people. We got my man Jacob. Jacob, how you? Well, I'm not gonna say how you do. It's a force of habit being here on the paint. But Jacob, it's good to have you on.
Thank you.
Also got my man Dom Hollop. Wiener. Good evening, sir. How are you? Well, again, I just did it. Force of habit.
So
Forgive
good,
me,
brother.
David.
So good.
David, and of course, Shamika is on with us as well. I'm gonna share a lot of people hitting me up right now in this chat room. I'm gonna put their comments, their commentary up. And for some of you, it says Facebook users. So I don't really know who you are, so just put your name out there, and I'll be sure to shout you out. Like I said earlier in this broadcast, this tribute, it's gonna be hard for me because I've been crying for most of the day today. You know what I'm saying? And because this really hit me hard. This is like my brother, man, and just how he got me introduced to In the Paint was hilarious as hell, because we worked at the same job, and I used to pass by him, he's passed by me, what's up, brother, that type of stuff, and I guess he liked my voice, and the fact that I love sports and whatnot. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna talk to this brother and I'm gonna put him on In the Paint with me, and ever since then, man, it's been that way. And knowing Mark, he introduced me to so many people, such as Brother Hollop, our brother that we lost, a while ago, our brother Dev, the whole Take Notes family, you know what I'm saying? Our girl, our Queen Shamika, everybody. You understand what I'm saying? And it's hard, man.
Yeah,
It's hard.
I don't mean to interrupt, but just like it's funny how me work at the same company, and he introduced me to you, and
Right.
and now I know you, and
Right.
I haven't seen you in a while, but I love you, and we
Thank
work
you,
the
man.
same department, and he told me about you,
Right.
and got me in this group. That's the funny
Right.
thing. I haven't been it sucks that I have to be in this
Yeah.
podcast the first time for this, but he got me in this whole independent group for this.
Mhm.
He introduced me to Mark as a friend, and we were co-workers. So it
Right.
just like you said, he introduced me to so many people.
Yeah.
It transcended co-workers. It's a friendship. So you say that it's funny because I had the same kind of relationship with him,
Right.
and I'm younger than him,
Right.
and we saw, and there's so much thing that he saw in me that I don't even know how to say it, because he saw in me so many things, and as a friend, and I appreciate so many things. It's just hard for me to even
I
grasp
know.
the
I
fact I
know.
can't even call him right now. So I get it. And I'm grateful that I got to see him, and I got grateful to bring so many people to my life like you and other like Mark and everybody else, and even in just social media that. So I'm just grateful because he's
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
I know it's difficult, you know what I'm saying? And I really, truly, honestly want to thank each one of you for being here tonight. You understand what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. I'm sure his mother, God bless her, may she have the strength to carry on, because no parent should bury their child, period. You understand? So my heart goes out to her full force. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like I said, I'm just really like mad emotional, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hide that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my brother. I loved him, man. You know what I'm saying?
If I could say something,
Yes.
it's kind of
Yes.
cliche. There's one thing I learned from this. It's kind of cliche to say, appreciate what you have, and the reason I say that is because Mark came to see me.
Mhm.
I'm in Philadelphia right now. I met him in New York, and I'm in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
He came to Ben Salem. He even know how far that is from me. It was like right there. He met me, hey, I'm in Ben Salem. He came to see me. I almost canceled that meeting
Mhm.
because I had a lot of thing going on. I almost
Right.
canceled it.
Right.
But I said, you know what? He made an effort. I'm gonna go see him, and it was a great day. It was a great. I
Right.
met him and Mark, the other Mark. It was a
Yes.
great day, and
Indeed.
he met my wife. I met him to my house, and it was a great day. I
Right.
went to brunch and everything. I never knew that was gonna be the last time I saw him.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so that's my point. Like, you never know,
You
and
never know.
it's just killing me right now that I did not know that was gonna be the last time I saw him.
Right.
So it's people say that you never know, and it's killing me right now because that was the last time I saw him, and
For
I did
sure.
not think that if I just said no, it would have been killing me right now. So I just
Right.
want to let everybody know, as cliche as it sounds, make sure the people you actually truly appreciate, try to enjoy it, because you never know.
Yeah.
So
It's never promised. It's never promised. Uh Anybody else wanna speak up about?
Can I say my piece? I probably known him. Hey y'all, I'm in the gym. I'm gonna be quick. I probably know brother Mark the
Mhm.
least or less out of everybody, but and I actually never met the brother in the physical,
Right.
and I say that I'm actually happy I didn't, because I would be so much more sad.
Right.
And I say that because I feel like I knew brother Mark, because every time he spoke, I was just like, brother sharp though. Like whether it was in the paint, whether it was
Right.
on the sports stuff, or whether it was on some nationhood stuff, or just on being a black man stuff, right? He was so sharp. And
For
I
sure.
and I know some of y'all might be aware that a lot of us from the BIO, we met up in Atlanta a couple weeks ago, and I
Mhm.
was really upset that Mark wasn't there. You know, I'm looking around because I hadn't met a bunch of them, right? I'm looking around, seeing who all coming and seeing who all there, and I'm like, all right, where Mark at, right? And
Right.
obviously he couldn't come with something. I don't know, but I really am, and I mean, I know it might sound weird, but I'm glad I didn't see him in the physical, because I would feel such a loss. You
Right.
understand? I'm not gonna fake like I'm like, oh my goodness. Cause however, I'm so sad, man. I'm so sad, like so sad. I just want to say thank y'all for doing this, straight up. That's
No doubt.
big time for real.
We we
Big
we
respect for
we
doing this, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm
Bro,
finished. I just want to send
nah,
love to
it's all
all y'all,
good.
man. I hope everybody stay up, because I know y'all really hurt, man. The
But
dude
yeah,
was, I know he was solid. I know he was solid. I never even touched his spirit, but I know he was
yes
solid
indeed.
for a
Yes
fact.
indeed.
I know that. All right,
Yes indeed.
I'm gonna jump off and listen to y'all on YouTube so somebody
Okay,
else can
brother.
get on. All
Okay,
right,
brother. Thank you so much.
love,
I
love
appreciate that.
everybody. All right,
Love. All right,
peace.
brother. Peace. Thank you so much. You know, yeah,
Yo, all right.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say what's up to Jason because I did not. I was trying to reach him, but I had no way to do it. So I'm glad to see him on the live.
For sure. For
What's up,
sure.
man?
Yeah, what's up?
You know.
Yeah, man. Been a while.
Yeah, man. You got to
Okay.
hit me up, like give me your math after this, so I can keep in contact with you.
For sure.
Oh,
For
no
sure.
problem. No
You know.
problem.
All right.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
But man, brother, I think that was brother Emoji. Yeah, he was speaking the truth, man. And just like Jacob said, man, you have to, when you're around somebody that's special and close to your heart, you have to fully embrace them. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy every moment you can with them. Because again, life is not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? There's no, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this next week. We don't know. I hope so, but we truly don't know. You understand?
Right.
And this is an example right here. You understand? My brother's 53 years old when he passed. I'm 58. I'm 5 years older than Mark. You know what I'm saying? And I love that dude, man. I joked, you know, we all joked around with him. You know, and that's the one thing he could laugh at himself. That's one
Mm-hmm.
thing I loved about him. You know what I'm saying? You could make fun of him, and he could come back with his shots, but he always took it. You know what I'm saying? And he never got offended by that. Matter of fact, I rarely see him get angry. You know what I mean? And dealing with him, I would rarely see him get angry like that. But again, he was a class gentleman, and it, like I said, it breaks my heart, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that now I'm just like, you know, I won't receive my text about, are we doing a show tonight, or that type of thing. It just how you doing, brother? What that breaks my heart. You know what I'm saying? So
Rodney, if I could jump in.
go right ahead,
Good
brother.
evening, everybody.
Peace, David.
When I got the news this morning, we have a group text, and Rodney hit up the group. And I happened to be home today because I had some things I had to take care of, and I'm thankful that I was, because I work in a school, and I just would have lost it right there. So
Right.
I read it, and I have to tell you, during the course of the day, I went back and read that text over and over because I kept thinking, no, this is not real.
Right.
So I had to revisit it just to, remind myself, no, this is real. I met Mark through the group. Rodney and I go back to childhood.
Yes.
And we were reconnected a few years ago through a mutual friend, Dev, that Rodney mentioned earlier, who passed away. What was it, about 4 years ago now? It was actually around this time 4 years ago. So the same kind of effect. And I came into the group and I met the good brothers, Mark, of course, and Hollop and several of the others, and just got involved with this in the paint. And even though we didn't see each other often, we were in constant contact with each other. And Mark, like Rodney said, he could take a joke, and we were hard on him sometimes. and some things through, things that he did, or
Right.
and sometimes it was just we were just messing with him, but it was all love. And what I felt through Mark and this group, it was just a brotherhood. And I'm broken. I called Rodney this morning, and I reached out to Hollop as well, because you guys were that was your brother 100%, and I wanted to make sure that even in my own hurt and pain that you guys were good.
Right.
And so just the outpouring of love that was expressed today throughout,
Yeah.
the group in the paint and so forth. It's just a testament to our brother Mac.
Yeah.
And I said on the page, and then I'll let somebody else speak. He always had a saying whenever a team would lose, he'd say bye, whichever team it was. And
Right.
I'm not
Right.
going to say bye, Mac. As I said in the group, I'll say till we meet again.
Indeed.
I love the brother, and I'm just still in shock. But thank you for everybody with the kind words, and
Exactly.
we got to support each other.
For sure.
Thank
For
you,
sure.
David.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chime in real quick.
Okay, bro.
I like I said in your little group thing today, I don't even know how I met y'all.
Right.
It was like 6 years ago or something crazy, and all the fun times we had, and you really touched a nerve with me, R, when you talked about his family and losing a child, because there's two of y'all that are on this line, 3 now that I see the bishop, that have walked off the ledge only a year ago.
Right.
It's not a good thing for any parent that are.
Yeah.
So I'll remember and I'll remember another thing, or how we started the goofy texting, the group.
Right.
Remember, let's do the texting, so in case something ever happens, somebody will know. And we got information and all this shit. And then it comes to fruition today. I mean, as weird as that is, but I gotta say, guys, since I've known y'all, I'm just gonna hang my hat on the good times. Like I said, how our conversations went so far left that not even Dave could bring us back.
Right. Right.
Little face. Even when we used to joke about the shoestrings and the cans with his Wi-Fi, and how he would just sit there and giggle and walk right through it. The times we did this on the phone, guys, you remember those, right?
Of course.
Oh, Ronan, and all the calls and the texting and the messages. That's what I'm gonna keep my hat on, guys. I mean, it's a somber day, but you know what they say: through every dark night's a brighter day. Rest in peace, his family. We need to somehow, in your wisdom, get a point of contact with an address or something where we could send cards, flowers, donations, whatever we can. Let's not drop the ball this time.
Right.
Let's put this.
I agree.
Let's put it.
I agree.
Little help. Trust me. I want to sound somber. Like I said, are you, Dave? How many times y'all asked me? You all right? Dom, right? Dom. And I finally told you, I'm never going to be all right. But at least I understand that, and I feel good about it. And y'all helped me with that. So I thank you guys immensely. And I'll never forget, Mark's little face every time we joked about him, and went on till 11:30, quarter to 12 at night. Wasn't even talking about sports no more.
Right.
That's what I'm going to hang my hat on. So, I love you, man. Dave, Bishop, all of us that got on here every Tuesday, Friday, whenever we could, and just shot the breeze for hours on end. R would bail out on us, wouldn't even say bye.
For sure. You're right.
Hey, well, Rodney had to go to work, and he would bounce. So
That's it. That's what I had to do, man.
Let's all keep our heads up. And R, like I said, you got the text. We're all in that text group.
For sure.
Name, address, something. We got it out. Here's where friendship really comes into play.
Exactly. Thank you.
Peace, everyone.
Peace, Weena.
How you, brother?
Holding up as strong as I can, my dude. Holding up as strong as I can.
I know. First of all, condolences to everyone on the line. I think this is amazing for you guys to put this together, Rod.
Thank you, bro.
Something you said earlier, man. I've known Mark. Mark knew me longer than I've known him. It sounds weird, but I met him years ago. Him and Hollop, I met them years ago at a filmmaker meeting. Very random. I just walked in. I didn't know anybody. They had been meeting as a group for a couple of weeks or days or whatever. And I walk in and I meet Mark, and we start talking, and we find out we both went to the same high school. And as the years went on, we knew a lot of the same people. And Mark became just that guy. He was a connector. He was always connecting me to other people, and not just other people, but good people, like yourself, Rod, and other people that we lost along the way. I just found out about 20 minutes ago that he passed. I didn't know.
Wow.
I just found out. I got a call from a friend who saw it on Facebook, who thought that I knew, but I didn't. And I was very heartbroken to find out. Everything I've heard so far is true. Mark has always been just that good dude. He's a cool brother. Whether it's sports, whether it's jokes, chicks, whatever it is, like this dude always has something to say. He has an opinion. For me specifically, as a filmmaker, him and I connected, and I can't tell you how much work we did. We did so much work together. Rodney can say it. Big Mark can talk about it.
Yep.
We did so much work together, and to the point where Mark wasn't even involved with some of the projects, but I was still working. We were still putting things together. But I just wanted to, say my piece and say, look, man, we lost a good one. We really, really, truly lost a good one. My condolences to everyone on this line. Rodney, thank you for putting this together. Big Mark, thanks for connecting me and sending me the link. Rest in peace, brother. For real.
Okay.
Peace. Love you, bro.
All right, man.
Love you, man.
Right.
Yo, listen. If you don't mind, we have some other people. I can only allow up to 10 participants. So if there's anybody that wants to give their spot, and you can still listen, of course, you can still watch. Yeah. I'd appreciate that, as I could bring some other people in that would like to give their testimonials.
Yeah, brother, I'm going to give up my spot because I know there's a lot of love out there that must be shared.
Okay, no problem. And I think I hear Bishop talking.
Yeah. So
all right,
hello,
good night, brothers.
yeah. Hello. Peace and condolences to everybody on the line, everybody listening, everybody within the sound of my voice. I just wanted to, Mark was always like what I call a unifier, somebody who was always putting people together, connecting people. That was his thing, and he was naturally good at it. So Mark and I, we went to high school together. We played JV basketball together, and we reconnected through his In the Paint. We reconnected on Facebook, and then I started joining the In the Paint, and you guys kind of like embraced me and accepted me for all of my ins and outs, ups and downs. I became one of the clan, and I really look forward to the calls. I always, we like to joke around with Mark. I love like when he would get when he would get kicked off Facebook, and I started calling him a Facebook felon. And he would always like periodically cross the line with his commentaries. So I kind of like said I'm gonna be his pro bono Facebook attorney, so that he wouldn't be kicked off. So you gotta let me see what you're gonna post. You gotta let me see what you're gonna post before you send it.
Right.
So I used to always joke around like that, and whenever he would get kicked off, he would come back to me. And it's like, again, and then I would get on him. So I mean, he always took it in stride.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He always took it in stride, and I mean, I'm gonna miss him. I'm really gonna miss him because, he was always the one within the group that when things started going too far to the left, he'd be like, okay, all right now, guys, let's get it back. Let's get it back in line. So
for sure.
I'm gonna really miss that, and I hope we can keep up the independent and keep up the connection that we have, because it's very important to have brothers who support each other. I mean, I know that's kind of like rare, but it's very important.
Yes.
And I enjoy it, and I value the connection that we have. So I hope we can keep that going, and especially in his memory.
Yes, indeed.
That's all I really had to say.
Okay, brother. Thank you so much.
Hey, Roddy, I'll give my spot, but before I do, I just want to say, I want to say how when I met Mark, I thought we were going to be friends because we're different age, but it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the belief that I have in writing, because we actually found we went from being co-workers to being actually brothers from another mothers. That's what we called each other,
Right.
because we actually had a lot of similarities. And then when he found out that we had both some interest in writing,
Hmm.
he actually gave me interest in actually believing myself in writing. That's why I actually aspired to be a writer, and that's why I still want to write because of him.
Okay. Because of
And
him.
and it sucks that he's not here, because every time I wanted to write, I always called him for that.
Well, now
Right.
you can call me, bro.
Yeah, of course. And I'm actually
Exactly.
thankful. And that's another thing. I'm thankful that he introduced me to Mark, because
Mhm.
he's another brother to me that I'm thankful, because he's a connector. He
Right.
connected to me. He to a person at projection. So I just want to say that that's a person that inspired me, and it just sucks that if I can't put even the success I have, I can't pull him with me, and it sucks. But I just want to say that I miss him, and I don't know what other words to say. But anyone
Yeah.
else here, just tell him that much I love him and I miss him. So I just
No
want to give
doubt.
my words. So
No doubt. No
thank you.
doubt. Thank you.
Right. Peace, Jacob. Love you, bro.
Peace.
I love you too, bro. Love you all.
My
So
man.
love
All
you,
right.
man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Love you as well, brother. Thank you so much.
Hey, Rod, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I just want to tell you, I don't know if I can do this, man.
Okay. It's understandable,
I,
brother. It's
no,
under,
because
yeah.
because this morning when you texted me, I was like the other dude. I thought
Yeah.
it was a joke myself,
Right.
and
You did. Yeah.
then once you started explaining stuff, and then I figured out he was telling the truth. I couldn't bring myself to call you, man, because I didn't want to hear you crying.
Yeah. Because you know I was. You
Yeah,
know
and
I was.
I'm starting. I'm tearing up right now myself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as I went around at work today, because we all used to work together,
Hmm.
and now I'm starting to trying to figure out how did me and Mark and you actually became friends, and I don't
Right.
know, because it seemed like everybody was saying today, it's like the moment you met Mark, you knew you was going to be his friend,
Right. Right.
even as annoying as he was, and as Mr. Know-it-all, everything he was, you knew he was
Right.
going to be a good guy.
For
So I
sure.
mean,
For
you
sure.
just immediately linked up with him.
Right.
And as
Exactly.
I was telling everybody today about it, and I mean, a lot of people took it really hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And um,
I know, man.
he gonna be missed. He's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss his bye New York Knicks. I'm gonna miss his Twitter fights with everybody in the Knick groups and
Oh my
shit.
God.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It is so crazy, because like what just Sunday he posted
Right.
in the group, and now
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I get it, D. Trust me. I know. I thought about all that and more. You
I
understand?
mean it really today really hurt, because
Yeah.
I mean I even
Yeah.
told people that I know he didn't like, and they
Right.
took it hard. They was
Yeah.
taking it hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I even
I mean, just like I said earlier, just keep me in the loop and let me know when everything is gonna happen, his services and everything.
for sure.
And please express my deepest sympathies to his family.
For sure. We'll definitely do. We'll
Even
definitely do.
Laverne was taken aback when I told her.
Right. Right.
And
This
she's
is
always shaking her head when he making posts.
right.
So yeah, so
You know?
I'm like everybody else. I appreciate this. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good to have people get their love when they need it and
For
when they
sure.
deserve it.
For sure.
And it's not like, and he was getting it. He was always getting it. They say give me your flowers when I'm alive. He was getting his flowers when he was alive.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's I like that. Exactly. Well
Now
said.
he's just getting a forest now. I mean,
mm.
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna miss him when he pops up at the job every once in a while, so we can crack up.
Right. Right. This is
I'm just sort of saying to myself, I hope Rodney don't tell that story about his movie.
We're gonna leave that movie alone. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the only thing that had me smiling today about
Yeah,
this.
yeah. But
So
we're gonna leave that movie alone.
Y'all are crazy.
He's hilarious.
he's gonna be truly missed,
For sure. For
and
sure.
I don't know if I could bring I'm gonna try to get on stay on the group and keep up with everybody and see how they,
I hope
follow,
so.
keep everything going.
I hope so. I hope so.
Just somebody gotta keep calling somebody Dude Burgers every once in a while, just so we know his spirit is there.
Exactly. Exactly. You know.
It was
All
just
right.
a rough day. A rough day.
Yeah, that it is. I'm not gonna lie, that it really was a rough day. We got some other people that I added that haven't had a chance to speak up yet. So at this time, and I see you, Dawood, but I'm bringing you in as soon as somebody gives up their spot. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give up my spot then,
Okay, brother. All right, I'm
because
gonna
I
bring.
just got off of work anyway.
Yeah, well,
Peace,
true.
peace, Dwayne.
All right,
Peace.
peace, everybody.
All right.
Uh,
All right,
D.
brother. All right. Let me see if I can add my brother Dawood is here. Thank you for
If
joining
I can
us.
get a couple of words in there while you're doing that. I met you guys all around the same time, and by you guys, you know who I'm talking about because we've all met in person.
Right.
Oh, what's up, Eric? I didn't even know that was you.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just sliding under the radar there.
Yeah.
Right.
Peace to Eric. Eric is a good dude.
Exactly.
Eric Colazo?
I appreciate that.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
His reputation precedes him.
Exactly.
Mark is. I'm more of an asshole than Mark was. He was a nice guy, and that's what I loved about him. And you guys who know me know that, I have a tendency to rip off people sometimes because, entertainment purposes. And one thing I loved about Mark was that not only could he take it, but he was quick to retort.
Yes.
He was sharp.
Yes.
And I used to mess with him all the time. And he had no problem throwing it right back at me just as hard. And I love that about him. It's like I respected him for that. I was like, okay. Right. You're not going to get all personal about it and everything. He's going to be stand up. He's going to be a grown man, and he was, and I loved it. But I think the thing that used to entertain me the most about Mark was that he had a predictability about him that made him infinitely entertaining. I knew when I talked to Mark, there was only 3 topics ever. It was sports, his job, or the police.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. No, they pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, and a few times just to mess with him, I tried to get him off topic onto something. And I remember once when we were shooting one of the episodes for that we were working on, and we were on a break, and we're sitting there bullshitting back and forth, and he starts talking to me about one of those 3 topics. I said, Mark, let me stop you right there. I said, I want you to have a 5-minute conversation with me, and you can't talk about your job, the police, or sports. And he just gave me this look. And I could tell in that look, he was like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? He wouldn't say it because he was a nice guy, but I could tell he wanted to slap me right there on the spot. And I just started cracking up. I was like, man, I'm just messing with you, man. You talk about whatever the hell you want. But Mark was a great guy. I really like Mark. And I prefer to think about what he brought to my life rather than what I lost because he's gone. And it makes it a little bit easier to think about. But he was my friend.
Yeah. Wow. I tell you, I be honest with you guys. I love the fact that we all getting together on this platform. You know what I'm saying, and just sharing, so many wonderful stories, wonderful memories of our dude. And again, I'm gonna miss him just like each and every one of you are gonna miss him. You know what I'm saying? There's no question about it. I when I think back at so many stories, funny stories, I'm gonna miss the fact that he has to keep giving me money because whenever he would bet me on some sporting event, 9 times out of 10 he would lose. So it's just those type of interactions. Because every time I'm like, Mark, you sure you want to bet me? Every time you keep losing to me, I don't want to take any more of your money. I'm just saying,
And that's not a good look coming from a guy who's supposed to be an expert in sports, You think
What? Exactly. But I'm telling you, I just miss those type of interactions, and I'm gonna miss it. I feel like incomplete without this brother, joining us, either texting me through the group text or just sending me a text in the morning. I'm gonna miss that part of my life, man. So. I tell you, but you guys are helping me get through it because earlier
Same
today,
here.
I was a wreck.
Yeah.
A wreck.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is very therapeutic for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that all of you are here. You know, in the chat room, I see all your chats. I appreciate that. Also, the people that have joined me in their testimonials. I love it so much. I love you guys so much. I want to thank you as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna keep the party going, so to speak. And let's have somebody else with a testimonial.
I think Jeter wants to say something.
Hi, how's everybody doing? I know this is a weird day. Mark still is. I have Mark and Mark in my life, so it was Big Mark, Little Mark. They're my godfathers. So when the news came to me, I was confused because I literally thought I heard him on the phone when there were multiple people on the phone just trying to tell me what happened. I was like, just say it. I think everybody on this phone call kind of prepped me for it already. Just say it. And I was sad. I tell myself, give yourself an hour. After that, we let it go. And after that hour passed, me just being in my thoughts, I was just like, you don't want us to be. That's not him. He is such a goofball. From what I know from him, it's always been love and laughter and just cracking jokes. I mean, he was definitely one of the father figures in my life since I can remember. I mean, Big Mark and Little Mark, they are my fathers, and I'm gonna forever shine a light. He never got the opportunity to meet my son, so
man, I just thought about that too.
Speak that and just let him know and just share pictures. I'm so happy to see everybody on here just showing so much love to him. He's the reason I'm a Knicks fan. He's the reason I'm a Giants fan. He was a Mets fan, so we not even
Sorry to
gonna
hear
go there. But that was our thing, and I didn't have anybody. My biological wasn't there, but Big Mark and Little Mark literally came in, and I don't think I missed a beat on what was supposed to be there. They were there. They were my supposed to. So I would just want to say shout out to the MAC community, the village. That's what you guys are. I am y'all family. You guys are officially my family. We've never been introduced, but this is our introduction. And let's continue to shine and do what the MAC village wants to do. That's create. I'm hearing everybody's testimonials, and I'm like, damn, like this is a bunch of Black people really just happy to meet another Black male, introducing him to more Black love. Like, this a damn show right here alone. You can't pay. You cannot pay for this on TV. You can't get this. You can't get this.
You sure?
And we're getting this for free, just for love. And like y'all said, he had his flowers when he was here. Let's continue giving him that forest. I love the way that was put. Whoever said that, like, shout out to you. This forest is growing because of him. You plant that seed, but you don't see what happened when you plant that seed because you're not there for the whole time. And he definitely here with us. So shout out to everybody being here, showing up. Excuse my little mini me in the background, but I appreciate everybody showing up. And let's show out for Mac. Let's do it.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Love you,
Thank you so much for showing up and just being here. We showing out for you, Mac. It's lit.
Okay. Still got some people I don't think have said anything as of yet. I still need a couple of spots.
Can
I go, bro?
Okay if I go?
What's that again?
Go ahead.
This is Salima. Is it okay if I go?
Oh, for sure. Please go right ahead.
Okay. Gita is my niece. So when she said that he's been there her entire life, he's been there her entire life. He is my brother. This was hard. This was really, really hard. When I got the news this morning, I had to leave work. It's just not something I ever thought that I was going to hear. Harlop, thank you so much for calling me and just letting me know. I don't know who else would have called me and told me that, and I would have been able to take it. I am going to echo Jita's sentiments. He created a community. everybody that has spoke of meeting him and then him introducing them to other people. That has enriched our lives immensely. I think that that is how that's how we're going to continue to support him. That's how he lives on. Let's keep this community going. Let's be larger than life. Let's do everything that we want to do in his memory. And I think that's what we should do. I think we should bust this world wide open for Mac. I think that would be the best way to express how much we loved him. We need to just really, really hone in on who we are and who he knew every last one of us was. Because the conversations that I've had with him, there's the support of my business, the support of me, the support of my entire family. You know, when I talked to my sister today, she was like, yeah, Mark was at the house. We had dinner. I had no idea, but that's who he was.
Right.
That's who he was, you know. I love y'all. Just let me know when services are. I'm going to be there.
Of course.
And whoever I haven't met, I'm going to be so excited to meet you all. Let's show all the way out for Mac.
Right.
All right.
I know one of the things that we should do is everybody who's in here should hit that subscribe button.
Absolutely.
Yes.
To his YouTube channel.
Yes, yes, please.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
For sure, for sure. Yes, indeed. And also, I have if I need 3 spots, if you don't mind.
You want me to bounce?
Who? Holla? No, don't bounce.
Oh no, I'm gonna listen, but you know, I can free up the spot.
Let me give up my spot.
I'll give up my spot.
Nah, bro, you gotta say
I talk too much as it is anyway.
Peace, Eric.
All
right.
I holler at you.
Yo.
All right.
So can I go?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is Daoud. Some of you know me as Minister Daoud. Some of you know me as Brother Daoud. Yo, here we are again, y'all. Here we are again.
Yeah.
Dev, Mr. Bush, MAC611.
Yep.
If you're a member of the Independent family and you've been a member for years, then you've been here before.
Yep.
And there's people on this line that I have deep, deep, deep love for. But today is the day that we come here to talk about Big Brother Mark. And I can say this, man, like of the many things that I love that man for is that man was fiercely loyal.
Yes.
I remember many times I would post certain things that happened to me in the past in Islam or whatever, and he would come on the post and he would say, "When you hurt, I hurt." I never heard nobody say that shit before in my life. He said, "Brother, when you hurt, I hurt."
Wow.
And I got introduced to Mac through Hollop, of course.
Of course.
Just like Dev, we ended up growing, flying. And me and Mac have been on the phone for 5, 6, 7 hours talking about everything, from women to who's the right woman to the crazy Spanish woman that this nigga likes to date, to to every, to the job promotions that he had, and we talked about everything. And when I went to the BIO meetup, the first BIO meetup, first person I ran into was Mac.
Right.
The first person I ran into. And so, like, when Hollop called me this morning, I was like, bro, don't take this the wrong way, bro, but I'm shocked to feel like you lying. It can't be. It can't be. It just can't be. And, we all know Hollop don't lie, so that wasn't, what it was, but I'm just saying, like, I was just so shocked. So, for me, this is a devastating loss because I haven't spoken to Mac in like 3 weeks.
And the first thing I said to myself is, damn, like he called me and I was so busy I didn't call him back. And now here it is, I'll never speak to him again. And so if you're a member of In the Paint, a member of the BAIO, or just a friend of Marque Cunningham, commonly known as MAC611, it used to crack me up back in the day when R used to say Marque Government, and he used to go, oh, but that's his government.
Right.
I used to love that, man. And we used to get on the phone, we used to debate about LeBron and Jordan and things like that. But Mac was a really, really good guy, but he was fiercely loyal. If you had a problem, Mac was talking about coming to see somebody for you with his little self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Sure.
the crazy thing about it is Mac's personality was so big that I had to ask Hollop. I was like, is he really 6'11"? He was like, no, that was the number on the outside of his building.
Right.
Because until I met him in person, I honestly thought he was 6'11".
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that man meant a lot to a lot of us, man. And he had such a great personality, but he wasn't ignorant. He wasn't proud. He wasn't ignorant. He wasn't arrogant. And the crazy thing about Mac was that I loved the most is that even when we had beef with certain people, he still stayed in touch with them because he just had such a good heart. And I'd be like, why are you messing with that person? He'd be like, because that person is a part of our family. And I thought that was beautiful, man. And so for me, if there's one thing I'm going to remember of the many things I'm always going to remember about MAC611 is that he was loyal and he supported everything that you did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He
Believe
did
it.
not live inside of one framework. He supported everything that you did.
Yeah.
And if when I was transitioning myself out of being a minister, MAC611 was one of the people I called all the time. And not that he didn't have any experience being a minister, but I just knew he was going to understand my heart. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was going to understand my heart. And so I don't want to, take up all the time today, but Hollis, R, David Sanford, Salima, I love all of y'all. Y'all are like family, man, that MAC611 introduced me to. And that is never going to be lost on me. As I'm driving home, I think about like, damn, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, life goes on, but life is never really going to go on without Mac in our hearts. And that's really all I got to say, y'all. I love y'all. Peace.
Love you, brother.
bro.
Love you, brother.
Right. I think I can finally. I think I can finally speak. First of all, thank y'all, the ones who have introduced laughter into these moments. I appreciate that so much because I think we need that. Because this is really heavy. I almost want to take each one of y'all and wrap y'all in bubble wrap. Because I, as I'm sitting here, I'm remembering, I'm like, he's right now with Dev.
Yeah.
He's with Tiger. He's with Jelani. He's with Jabron.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Facts.
Oh my God, Jelani, thank you for remembering that, sis. Oh my God. Jelani
It's
too.
been hit after hit after hit. And the black man is endangered enough as it is. So I just need y'all. I need y'all to stay with me. Okay.
I'm
That was
trying,
my little
man.
big. That was my little big brother.
Right.
Okay. For those who know, y'all know. Like he was so sweet.
And
Like
he loved you very much, sis.
he was an actual sweetheart. Like everybody said, he could take a joke. Oh, because we got on him. We got on him.
Yes, we did.
You know I did.
There are recordings of us getting on him, and I need you to send me those, Mark, if you still have them.
I have them on my Facebook page, the DJ Groove Killer clips.
Wow.
But yeah, so it's one of those moments. And is his cousin still on the line?
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay,
I think he's
so
still there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
okay, so then that's the person that everybody needs to make sure that we have a connection to get the information. Because I know I have one of his aunts is on my page, and so I can always, you know, try and get the information from her. But if we have a direct connect right here, then we should, make that connection. But I love you all. Um, keep some levity to the situation if y'all can. And I'm going to step out and give my space.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
Peace, Mitch.
Shamika.
Love you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Shamika.
Love you too.
Love you too, sis.
Peace.
And since I never met you, but Max spoke about you every time we talked on the phone. He
I
loved
would
you very
imagine.
much.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was tough when I got the news this afternoon. And I found out because Angus posted it. And I had to read it several times. And it's like, what? Don't tell me we took another hit. I walked away. I walked out of my office. I came back in. I didn't change page. This is one of the ones that hit hard because Angus, you and Mac were one of the first ones that greeted me after I had my surgery.
Right. Yes.
Y'all were one of the first ones to greet me after I had my surgery, and Mac said, "Is the wife okay? Are your children okay?" And Angus, you asked the same question.
Right.
And I said, yes. The next thing you guys said really hit home with me. Y'all said, get healthy and come back to us. As much as I tease y'all about the teams that you love, as soon as you said, as soon as they said, get healthy and come back to us, that hit.
Yeah.
That hit. I would come on here every chance I would get. And y'all know my schedule's crazy, and it's gotten crazier getting this fall because I took a play-by-play schedule back on again. But I would always keep up with Mac and the group they're in. Anyone from the group would just message me, "Hey, Snowman, you doing okay?" And there were days I wasn't doing okay. There were days I landed back in the hospital because I wasn't completely out of the hospital. Angus, especially as you know, because you followed the journey with me. I wasn't completely out of the hospital until Memorial Day because I had to do three more. I did 3 more visits, 2 in Indy and 1 in Columbus. And after that last one, Mac and Angus were the ones celebrating with me, along with my wife and my children, my family, and they were so. I'm sorry.
It's all right, bro.
Y'all were just so happy when I had that final visit. Thank the Lord I haven't been back, save a colonoscopy visit.
Right.
And that came back clean. But this community was some of my biggest cheerleaders, and I appreciate all of y'all for that. I appreciate all of you guys.
No doubt. No doubt, brother.
Funny moment. Mac asked me before I went in for surgery. He said, "What are you going in for surgery for?" I said, "Well, me and Cancer had a fight, and I'm about to win it." And he said, "Well, before you do that, tell me who's going to win the national championship, Kansas or North Carolina?" And Angus, you followed it up with that same question the day I went in, and I came out and I couldn't answer because I was just so incapacitated at the time.
Right.
I just remember coming out. I saw Jody, I saw Sonia, my daughter, I saw my in-laws, and my brain said, "We're okay. We can go back to sleep." But when you and Mac told me, "Rest well and come back to us," and Jody told me the same thing when I was in ICU, it's like, I don't have a choice but to come back. I wasn't going to lose that fight, and I'm not going to lose the fight.
Exactly.
And I salute everyone here, including the mad scientist himself.
Mm-hmm.
We go way back.
Man, Nick and
Way
I
back.
Nick and I had some legendary debates on the air.
I'm sure. Exactly. I've heard
I wouldn't call them legendary. I would call them apocalyptic.
I would call them
Wow.
not only listen, Nick is one of the few guys that would catch me on the road. And he would one of the funniest calls. I was on the road to Chicago to do a game. And Nick, you remember this. This was 2015.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
on my way to Chicago to do a game at Marist High School. And I don't know what I said to piss him off. I think it was about one of his teams or something. But I just remember Nick calling me in a huff. And he goes, Snowman, I have to yell at you. Well, don't yell too loud. I'm going to have a headset on in a couple of hours. How the hell can you say what you said on the air? Pretty easy, because I have a microphone in front of me and I'm allowed to say it. And as soon as I responded with that, Nick fell out laughing. But
yeah,
the way you guys in this community, Mac especially,
for sure.
Mac especially, with the support for what I'm doing, the advice, and I met Mac and Angus at the same time, same day.
Same
day.
Yep.
And they both said the same thing. You need to come in the paint group, and you need to do it now. That day I did. Hey, that day I did.
Yeah.
That day,
Yeah.
that day I did.
Yeah, that's Mark. Exactly.
Mark said it first. He said, you need to come into the group now.
Right.
Don't wait. I don't care if and I remember the follow-up, you, Angus, especially, when you backed it up and said, look, I don't care if you have a game today. I don't care if you go somewhere to do a game. You need to come into this group and you need to do it now. It was 2 years ago. And I was living in North Carolina at the time. Like that was 2 years ago. He said, you need to come into this group now. I don't care what the hell you're doing. So I did. I pushed the button and I did, and I'm glad I did.
That's it. Exactly.
I'm so glad I did.
Sir, I want to thank you for your testimonial. Seriously. You know what I mean? And I think I see brother Nick got his
Nick
hands
is
up.
Nick is as bald as me now. What the hell happened with that? No, I tease you out of love, Nick. But I just wanted to offer my prayers.
I could tell you why you bald. I could tell you why.
Forget that. Let him get this testimonial, please. Thank you.
No. Well, Nick's bald because of his apocalyptic debates with me since 2014. Okay.
He had help.
In all seriousness, I love you guys.
Love you as well.
I had to say thank you. Rest in peace, rest in power, and rest in paradise, Brother Mac. We love you, and we will continue your legacy here, whether it's through debates, whether it's through the picks, whether it's through just doing this show.
Yeah.
And I will honor Mac tomorrow to kick off my show at 8 o'clock.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, brother.
I'll make sure that I tag as many people as I can.
Please do.
Via YouTube.
Awesome.
But it's time it's time we did that. It's time I honored him. Yeah. I did it all. I do it off the scenes, off the air. I beg your pardon a lot, but I'm going to do it on the air. And I'm going to do it with a couple of funny stories post surgery to kick off the show.
Okay.
Because this king deserves more than his flowers. He got his flowers while he was here, but he needs more than his flowers right now. So, to the In the Paint family, Snowman humbly thank you just for allowing me to be along the ride and with them great.
Thank you, brother.
Peace, brother.
I love you guys.
Thank you as well, Snowman. Thank you. All right.
Well, now it's my turn. I was trying to steel myself to come on the show today because usually when I'm on the show, I'm very bombastic. I shoot from the hip. I've had arguments with pretty much everybody under this show about every single sport. But today it's different. Today I come on the show a humble man because I lost a friend. I lost a colleague and I lost a peer. Not many people know the story, but back in 2018, when I first started talking to Mark, I was in a dark place. I pretty much quit podcasting altogether and everything like that. And Mark and then Angus, said, maybe it's time for you to come back bit by bit, try to get back to the grind and everything like that. And they gave me a place here in the paint. And that's when I got to know Dom. I got to know Bishop. I got to know David. I got to know, Reggie, the whole bunch of them. And I always told my wife that when I was coming on this show, that after the show's over, I would have a smile on my face because I know A, I was going to have a good time, and B, everybody would keep me on my toes, and C, I would always have some sort of legendary debate with MAC611. And I hadn't been on in a while because, dealing with stuff with family and work and life and all that stuff. And, but I always pop in on the Facebook group to, talk about my Vikings. Reggie, do not say a word right now. To wail away, on sports in general and stuff. And then this morning I saw, Angus's post, and at first I really thought it was a sick joke. And I hit Angus up on the side. I go, please tell me what you wrote was a joke. And he said, I wish I could, but I can't. For about 20 minutes, I just sat on my couch, staring into nothing. Couldn't say anything, couldn't think of anything. And then I started thinking of the good times, that I've had with Mac on this show, on Facebook. And knowing that he would want us to continue on the road for In the Paint. And I have to say that everything for me was put into perspective, thinking about what Mac has done, not only for the In the Paint community, but for his community itself. The friendships that he's forged, the family that he has cultivated, everything. I will finish off by saying this. This is one of the hardest speeches that I ever had to make. Because to lose someone so young, so smart, pretty much a perfect gentleman in every stretch of the word, it hurts. It hurts me. It hurts me bad. But I promise you, Mark, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything. And I hope that we, as a group, can continue his legacy going
Definitely.
forward for In the Paint Media.
Definitely.
And I think it's apropos that when Mark would finish a ball game, he would say, "Bye, whatever team it is." This is not bye.
Right.
This is not farewell. I will see you on the other side one day, my friend.
Yes.
Good luck. God bless. Rest in peace. Have a good night.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Appreciate it. Okay. Once again. Oh, let me see. Who has not
Who's
had a
cooking over
chance?
there?
I can
Somebody
go
getting
next.
down in the kitchen?
I don't know. You know?
I can go next. I'll make it short. I really didn't know Mark as well as the rest of you guys. I wish I had a chance to meet him. He was always a real funny dude. He knew what he was talking about when it came to sports. He could take a joke. He can dish them. It's just, it's just sad. And honestly, it's just not going to be the same without him. But I want to extend my condolences to him and to his extended family. He will be very sorely missed. So,
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I am actually his sister. I am Jita's mom. He is my brother. He has always been my brother. And if anyone's ever seen any of his posts, you know that Jita was his heart. That was my baby. And I just want to say I love him. I just spoke to him. It's amazing how I just spoke to him, and now I have to like comfort my baby because that has been the man, a man in her life from the time she was a baby, and it's just amazing. I'm happy that he has so many people that has loved him and Ken love him, and he loved my babies as if they were his own. Jita and I don't know if y'all know about Naja, but Naja, my babies. But he has known Jita from the time she was an infant. That's his baby. He doesn't have any children, but Jita is his child. And I just want to just put that out there. And he is a loving man, and I'm just so confused because that's my brother, and I don't know how this even. I don't even know how to process this, to be honest. My
You're not
brother,
alone, sister.
right. I just talked to him and he was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I got this, that going on," and now I'm like, "Wait, what?" And now I have to process him and my baby, trying to understand and figure out how he's no longer here for her. But yeah, he was an amazing man. He was an amazing man for my baby, and I just want to put that out there. Thank you so much, everybody that's here for him. Like she said, it was Big Mark and Little Mark. That was her life. Big Mark and Little Mark. Big Mark and Little Mark and Uncle Larry.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy how she no longer has her little Mark in her life. She always had Big Mark and Little Mark in her life. So I'm here and thank you everybody who has spoken and and are here for her and me and everybody else that's in his family. I truly cannot understand or cannot process how I'm going to hug and even like process this whole thing with his mom. Like that's the whole thing with me because I know his mom, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to even like how am I going to even like like I don't know. I'm so trying to figure out what I need to do. I'm in North Carolina, she's in New York, and I'm trying to figure out how when I get to New York, how I'm going to even like comfort her because her baby is gone. So and I know her. I've known her for years. And
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to even comfort her because her baby is gone. She knows me, she knows my baby, and I don't even understand how this is even a thing.
Yo,
So,
Zaida,
yes.
I spoke to her before he passed. She was the
Okay.
one who let me know that he went to the hospital.
Yes.
And after he passed, I just could not speak to her. I told
Right.
her family, I said, listen, I'll call her tomorrow, but I can't talk to her today.
I don't even know, Mark, I don't know how to even when I see her, I don't know what my body, my mind, and my whole consciousness is gonna do when I see her.
Yeah.
Because that's her baby, that's her only baby. I have
Yeah.
no clue how I'm going to eat or how I'm going to react to seeing her. Oh my gosh, this it's a whole thing for me because it's going to be me, it's going to be Gita, it's going to be Naja, it's going to be you there, and I don't know how I'm going to process what I'm going to experience when I see her because her baby is no longer here.
Well, you know what? The most important thing that you can do, you're going to be doing anyway, and that's being there.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yep.
Oh,
But I love you, sis.
I love you. All right, y'all. I'm
Okay.
going off of this. That's my brother.
Okay.
He will always be my brother. I'm going off this. I love y'all.
Love you
Okay.
too.
Thank you, sis. All right. Okay. Anybody else that has not spoken?
Yo,
Let's see.
yo,
Yeah, Ronan, go ahead, brother.
what's up, Reg? What's up, Bishop?
What's up,
Um,
Black? What's good, baby?
I talked to Holub last night. I was driving home from work. Usually, I call Holub. I talk to Holub. I'm driving home from work, and before
I know, man, it's tough.
I text Mac
Mm-hmm.
just to see how he was doing because I hadn't heard from him a couple of days. And we was
Right.
talking, and me and Mac was talking in the text, and Thanksgiving, I was talking to Mac, about the Cowboys, the Giants. We was talking about the Vikings,
Mm-hmm.
and I got home, hung up with Holub, and Mac had sent me. I got the time. It's 8:48,
Hmm.
and he said, "Yeah, I got bronchitis." So I was like, "Yo,"
Right.
texting back, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, you'll get better, man. I'll talk to you later." And then,
Sorry, man. I know.
shit's fucking me up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was having breakfast this morning. I was at work. I saw a house number come up my phone, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought he just might have dialed me by accident. I texted him back like, "Yeah, I saw you call, fam. What's up?" He called me back. I just finished breakfast, and he's like, I want to be the bearer of bad news, man. Mac is
Right.
gone, and I'm like, nah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I had to step out the restaurant. I had to, get myself under control, and I called my wife, and shit. Last time I saw Mac was at my wedding. Him and Howard came down. And, you was gonna come down. Larry's gonna come down, and y'all couldn't make
Right.
it. And I put a picture up on the Signal, man, where it was me, my wife, Mac, and Hollop. And Hollop, they know, and anyone else who doesn't know, man, 2020 was rough.
Right.
I lost my aunt. I lost both my parents.
Mm.
And Hollop, Mac always hit me up, man. Mac always text me, man. How you doing? How's your sister doing? Holla. We hit me up, and y'all was doing the show at that time, man, and that kind of kept me, holla. Y'all know how I am, man. Sometimes I get bent.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes y'all gotta talk me down because I'm like,
Exactly.
somebody about to catch it, and that kept me going. The show, the first time I came on, because I joined the BIL in 2017, man. And I think y'all still on Blog Talk, and that's the first time I got on. We talk with y'all guys, man. We talk about sports. Y'all give me shit about Dallas, well deserved. And I would talk to Matt. I remember the first time Matt called me, man. This is probably like 2018, maybe, man. We talked for like 5-6 hours, man. And we was talking about the different spots that him, Holla, and Larry, they went to different nightclubs. And I was like, God, I was in the same club. I probably walked past Holla, Mac, Larry. I probably walked like 100, 200 times, man.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did.
I was probably smoking cigars, shit.
There's no way we didn't see each other.
And everything everyone said, man, like he Holla up and Matt, they got to meet my daughter, they met my wife, my sister was there. And it seemed like, man, I know y'all guys, like, I only know Holla up and Mac, or I know y'all since like 2017, man. But it seems like I know y'all since like the 80s, because I'm from Jersey. I love that dude, man.
Yeah.
Because like now it's like starting to set in. Because these last 2 years, man, and Holla knows this. Man, I've my parents, I lost both my aunts. I had one of my childhood friends die Memorial Day. I had one of my boys died last year. My sister had COVID. I had that shit. I tested positive. My wife had it last December. And even Holla knows this. I don't know if you know this, so I think you might know, man. Even the day after I got married, man, like my sister was in the hospital.
Oh man.
And she got diagnosed with congestive heart failure.
Oh.
And I told Holla and I told Mac, man. Mac, he called me, man. Because I lost my shit that Saturday. I lost it, man. And,
I'm sure, brother. I'm sure.
And I'm just sitting here chilling. I mean, I remember all the, I'll be most of the time y'all be on here, and I would just be commenting. Bishop be doing this thing, talking about, oh, y'all going too far. The views and the opinions are in the paint. Don't worry, I just sit here cracking up and shit, man. Reds be doing this thing, I'll be cracking up. Don was saying, I remember that, man. I remember me saying, I'll be sitting there like typing. I'm like, damn, what happened to R? R's gone and shit.
Right.
Yeah, man. The Mac could be on the screen. His shit would just freeze.
Exactly.
Oh,
And Ronan can tell you, nobody gets on him more than me.
Yeah.
I'll be going in on Mac.
Yeah, exactly. His shit would freeze, man. I'm like, yo. And I would talk to Mac. I'm like, yo, man, you gotta do something about that connection, man.
Get out of Dunkin' Donuts and get a freaking
exactly.
I'm like, yo,
internet connection, man. What the hell are you doing?
Just because the cable dude comes there, he shows you some gold splitters, don't mean they real shit, yo. It ain't real gold, yo. It's like a Hot Wheels car and shit, man. But
right.
Man, I love you guys, man.
Hey, love you, brother.
Love you too, bro.
Love you, brother.
Love you, man.
I'm sitting here, man, like I'm just tossing back.
Right.
A rum and a Coke, man.
I hear you. I hear you, man.
I'm just it's crazy, man. I was talking on Sunday, man. I was talking to Mac on freaking Thanksgiving, man. I'm sitting here losing my shit. Let the Cowboys drag me into that bullshit. I'm like, this fucking team. Cause he was like, "Hey, what you think?" I'm like, I ain't falling for this shit, man. It's fool's gold. They don't go one and done. I know this shit. I've seen this story before.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna miss him, man. Still, I saw my sister today. I told my sister, she was like, "You gotta be kidding me." I'm like, "Nah, man, nah."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before you go off, I just wanted to say that I've had to. Today was a rough day for me. First of all, finding out the news and
Right.
like what? It's like I felt like I got hit with a baseball bat today.
Right.
But the two hardest people it was for me to break it to was you, Ronan, and you, Rodney.
Right.
And like that sucked.
Yeah.
I really because I know how y'all felt about him.
Right.
And to get the news like that, it's crazy.
Mark, listen, holla. Remember, I didn't even believe you at first. I was like, "Who are you talking about?"
Right.
You understand? Because I was like, "You're not talking about little Mark." I was like, I'm trying to, in my mind, trying to scramble around. What other Mark do I know besides you and little Mark? You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah. And I was hit. I was hit hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I remember how I think it was maybe just before I went on my cruise. Me, you was Larry was talking about Mac,
Mm-hmm.
and Larry was like, "Yeah, Mac with them bad knees and shit, man." I'm like,
oh yeah, he was getting on his case for playing full court basketball. He's like, "What the hell are you doing, dude?"
Right.
Yeah, I would talk. I would talk to Mac, and sometimes we talking. He was like, "Yo, it's like, Ronnie, you ever miss getting out there playing football?" I'm like, hell no, yo. Football ain't gave me shit. It gave me nothing but concussions,
right?
Shoulder separations and bad bus rides and shit. And playing on shitty fields. Hell no, yo.
Nah.
I'm like, yo, I do all my football playing on a PlayStation 4. Yo.
There you go. That's it.
No cold weather, no shitty bus rides.
There you go.
No car pulling. Like, oh, we don't get together right to the game. Like, you ain't riding in my car, motherfucker.
Oh man.
But man, that cat, man. Yeah, that was my dog, man. I mean, I remember the first time, man. I remember how the first time we met, man. Well, I met you up in Harlem, but we was at Burgers and Lobster and shit.
Yeah,
I was just telling you stories, man. It was me. I think it was me, you, Larry. I think Carl was there, and even when we did earlier this year.
Yeah, I think that was when you first met. Wait, did you meet him before you met Rodney?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was there the first time. R made his special appearance the second time. Then went on some epic rant. Excuse me, about to get kicked up out that piece. Can I about to come down on this?
Can I just say that I am so happy that y'all two met?
Yes.
I've been wanting y'all two to meet for the longest. I said y'all guys is like brothers and you don't even know it.
Yeah, man. Like for people who don't know it, y'all out there, man. All right. I thought I was bad, yo.
Wow. That's saying a lot.
It's like some Marvel comic shit. Like you see your darker reflection. I'm like, oh shit. like Adam Warlock in the Megan. She's like, oh, that's all. I'm like, God damn. I'm like 10. He operating on like God level. I'm like, he had that rant. We was at Burgers. I'm like, yo, the cancel police. I'm thinking like, God damn, the cancel police gonna come out, yo.
Yeah.
Gonna drag R up out of here in a straitjacket and shit.
Hey man, I had to cut loose. Man. I had to cut loose. Can't help myself.
Almost made me choke on my macaroni and lobster. I was like, oh shit, yo.
Oh,
and
boy.
That was the first time I met David too, man.
Yeah.
I got mad love for David, man.
Exactly.
I got, because like I said, man, when y'all was doing this during the pandemic, and my mom was going through a stroke, and then she had COVID, she passed. This shit was a lifeline for me, man.
I feel you.
Yeah, we definitely love you, bro.
Exactly. There's no question about that.
Mac was down too. You ain't lying about that. Like, the minister wasn't lying about that shit. Like, y'all know, like, the dude I used to work with, man. I'd be like, yo.
Oh. Yeah.
And Mac was like, you know what you got to do. You're out there on those roads, man. You might just, bump him down the stairs or some shit like that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good ass plan. You know.
I told Ronan, do not speak to Rodney.
You know what? Now, hold on. I take offense to that. I'm the one that actually,
for your own good, don't do it.
I talked Brother Ronan down from the ledge.
Oh,
okay?
whoa!
That's
what?
true. That's true. That's
What?
true.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I can't
He was the
believe
voice
that.
of reason.
Oh my
I
God!
can't believe that. I don't believe that.
Check
I
it
don't
out.
believe that.
Look at I hear
I don't
Bishop. I
believe
hear.
that.
Check
I
it
don't
out,
believe.
Bishop.
I don't believe
Wait a
that.
minute.
It's like,
I'm trying to picture this. Him
I-
talking Ronan down. That is classic right there.
I'm trying to tell you.
Like,
I
it's
talked
the
your
truth.
brother down.
It's the truth.
You got
It's the truth.
gasoline. You got gasoline. Art got matches. He got matches, and he lighting them. Being like, yo, hold this right here.
You're Rodney.
I can't imagine that.
I make a full and utter retraction of my previous
Thank
statement.
you so much. I
You
appreciate
did,
that.
you did, man. Because you know how the dude I used to work with. I ain't working with him no more. So I sent R and Mac a text. So I was like, "Yo, I'm not working with so this dude no more," and stuff like that. I was like, "Yeah, this today. He gonna get it today." Because I'm like, you know, the cat tried to get me fired. He comes in late all the time. I was bullshit. I'm like, this motherfucker gonna get it today. And normally I don't even pick on no little person, but I was like, this skinny motherfucker about to get it.
Right.
And then Mac was like, "Oh, congratulations, yo, it's good. And you work with him, man." He's like, "Nah, you can't chip that dude up." The R was like, "Nah, don't do it, brother." Stuff like that. I'm like,
Wow, yo, I am so proud of Rodney right now. I am so proud of you, man.
Are you sure that was R?
No,
You sure that was R?
whatever, hater. What I'm saying is simply this: the brother just got married. You don't want to throw your life away. You just got married to your lady. Come on, man. Think about it, man.
Throw my life.
Wow, I like
put him in a
this.
Cobra clutch and let him go, yo.
I like this. This is the mature. Mature big brother. I like this.
Man.
I can get used to this.
I'm mature anyway.
Trust me, it's going out the window, bro. It's going out the window.
That was a one time only. That was a one time. That was a clearance.
Let me just say this. My
mind is officially blown right now.
My rants are strictly entertainment wise.
Why we don't believe that?
I'm still.
Yo, Rodney, are you forgetting I seen you in action? We had to try to pull you off this dude at 14th Street. You forget that?
Wow.
I don't believe that one. I saw him at Burgers and Lobster, yo. If that was a Marvel Universe, that black symbiote suit would have came over for R. He turned into Venom right in front of all of us and shit. He went from being R to being Eddie Brock and shit.
Oh man! Wow.
Everyone off limits. No one was off limits. He was everybody, every ethnic group on the planet, the waitresses and shit, the maid of D. He was just ripping everybody. Like, God damn.
That sounds like him.
That sounds definitely like him.
Yeah,
oh, man. That's messed up.
But I'm proud of you, R. I really
Thank
am.
you.
Talked him down.
I'll take that.
I'm proud.
I had to. That's my brother. I love my brother. You know
Yeah, man.
Can't have him go out like that.
I said my piece. I just want to say my piece, man.
Thank you, bro. Love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. We gotta get up, man. Like,
yeah.
I know a couple spots where we can just hang out. Matter of fact, a spot, Linden, New Jersey. I just had my sister's birthday party on Friday, and food was good. The music was banging, classic house music. So, and you ain't got no excuse, Art, because I know you in Jersey now, right?
No, actually, I am not.
Oh, you went back? Oh, all right.
You know,
you had enough in West New York, so you was like, I don't blame you. I ain't know where to park out that motherfucker.
Well, not that I have a car anyway, but whatever. You know,
you can't be renting out there, man. Look,
I'm just saying.
Be like, oh, Diablo Negro, he got to go, yo.
Whatever.
Negro got to go.
Whatever, son. Well, Ronan.
Man. Yo, man. Like I said, I love y'all, man.
Love you.
Keep doing your thing. Whenever y'all, I'll come on. You want me to come on more? I'll come on more, man.
I appreciate it.
Because Bishop be cracking me up, man. Bishop,
No
I
doubt.
love you, man. You be cracking me up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
All
I'll,
right,
I'll jump off and let someone else take my spot, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
All right.
All right, Black. Peace, brother.
All
Yo,
right,
Rod.
Yo,
Rod.
love y'all, man.
Yeah.
I noticed that Jay and Reggie been in there for a while and they haven't had a chance to say anything. So maybe we need to let them talk so we can clear up the queue.
Okay, no doubt. And after that, I got one former host and one big time contributor as well. That their mics are live as well. So we'll get them in there as well. All right.
This is Jay. Y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Holla, I appreciate that.
No problem.
Shit, it's tough. You know, I met Art and Mark a few years ago at Kenny Anderson little dinner that they had, and told me about the show when it was on the internet, and I was on, and I've been here ever since. Y'all like brothers to me. Mark was a good dude, and he used to check up on me every now and again, or I'll call him. And yeah, it's funny how people be like, "Yeah, we talked for 4 or 5 hours." I was like, "Damn, I thought that was just me." You know what I'm saying? He's a cool brother, good man. He's going to be missed deeply.
For sure.
You know, I only met him one time in person, but I feel like I've known him all my life, and I just thank y'all for bringing me to the family here. And I love each and every one of you. Know that from the bottom of my heart, I'm here for everybody, here for the family. Or just let me know,
Yeah. I will let you know the services, definitely, brother.
Yeah, and just one last thing. It's funny because he actually reconnected me with a cousin that I met probably like 30 plus years ago. So it's some crazy shit. You know how everybody said, he was the connector.
Yeah,
that's a real shit, real life shit. So Mac, love you. I'll see you on the other side. Word.
Peace, Jay.
Yeah.
Peace, Jay.
Peace.
Reg?
Yeah, well, it's me, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin. So I'm just gonna begin at the beginning.
Okay.
Met Mark, freshman year high school, 1983. Mark was a character in high school. He didn't bother nobody, but he had jokes for days. For days. I mean, the teacher walk in, spot on. There was a joke, laughter. Then go to the gym, play ball. Now we all know how big Mark was.
Right.
Right. So in high school, I wasn't much bigger than him. I was taller, but I wasn't much bigger than him. But it was interesting watching Mark play ball. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. It was interesting. He talks about my ugly jump shot. I always said, but I make it when it counts. I may not be the starter, but I'm gonna end it, and that's what I did. I was the finisher.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna fast forward. Facebook, we reconnect. He's like, yo, you still play ball? I was like, yeah. So I used to go down to Chinatown, right across the Manhattan Bridge, down to Chinatown, go to the gym. So I wasn't playing ball on a regular. So I tell the guys, listen, I'm gonna give y'all 3 weeks to bust my ass. That 4th week, I'm going to be a problem. What happens? 4th week, give him all the business. Now, Mark, he's a point guard. So he says, I was like, yo, my man, you open, you shoot the shot. Don't worry if you miss. Shoot it. Eventually, they went in. In the paint. We all were on Blog Talk Radio.
Right.
I'd see this how far back this goes. Blog Talk Radio. I think I came in for a couple of sessions and
Yeah.
couple, not too many.
Right.
Then when you came to Independent Media, I came back. and I've been a fixture ever since. And it is because of our boy Marque Cunningham.
Indeed.
You know, that was my brother for a long time, and he's still going to be my brother, and I will never forget this dude. This dude was everything everybody has ever said about him, true, false, or indifferent. No,
Right.
what it was. Good brother, great soul, great human being. No, he's going to be missed by a whole lot of people, especially me.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you, Reggie.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Now, I gotta hear from a former co-host of In the
Uh-oh.
Paint.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good evening.
Yo, what up?
Uh-oh. Is the mic live?
You hear me?
I hope so. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. In a while.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Horrible day. Horrible day. I'm good to
Indeed.
see Mark was loved.
There you go.
Yeah. Almost
There
at a
you
loss
go.
for words for this.
I know, brother.
Been my road dog all my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the dude that's he had a snap. Got a little better than him, but he was still good.
Let me tell you. Oh, so, go ahead.
This
Go
is
ahead,
just
Sly.
hard, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. One fact.
No, you go. You go ahead.
One fact I loved about Mark is, you know, this gentleman. Like I said, he worked at my job. I don't know how many years, but it had to be like 10, maybe 12 years at my job. And when he left, and this is what I love about Mark. Mark is a true people person because this is the only cat I know that could leave a job and find another one like within a week. And he did this on the regular. Okay. I found this trait of his amazing that he could do this. Because normally when you lose a job, you know, it might take you more than a week or so, maybe a month or whatever to find another one. This guy would be lined up with an interview probably that same week he left the job. And I'm like, how are you doing this? You know, but again, it's just the way he is. He's that, you know, you can welcome him in. You understand what I'm saying? And he has that type of personality. So I love that about him. You know, everybody was receptive towards him. You know? Mhm.
Right.
So let me see. Big time. Big time. You know, so let me see. Who do we see out there? I see Lamont. I see Cole. I see Moody. I see Ivy out there. Guys, if you want to chime in, please do so.
Yeah, take yourself off of mute.
Yeah, I'll chime in. Can you guys hear me?
Of course, Cole.
What's up,
All
Carl?
right. Hey, good evening. Good evening. Listen, today I'm just going to say this. Today was just surreal. It was. I told R in the chat earlier. It was going to be tough for me to try to come on. Please,
Yes.
I was telling her, please forgive me if I couldn't. But you know what? You know the better angels, you know, took over, and I was like, yo, I gotta come on and say some words about my dude, because it's just too much history. And believe it or not, I know as long as Hollop has known him, it's been a lifetime. And in comparison to that, I've known Mark 30 years this year. You know, met him hooping, and is another mutual friend of Hollop and Mark that they grew up with named T. And T brought Mark down to the gym, and it was in Chinatown, as Reg mentioned, and he said, yeah, my boy played ball in college. And I said, okay, cool. So, you know, I said, we up in the ante here. We get some competition. I saw he was a little left-handed dude. I said, he gonna come and ball out. And Mark gets out there, and it's like clang, clang. And then he said, And he's like punch out. Remember, it'd be like left, left, left. He couldn't go right. He would just go left. And I looked at T and I was like, yo, where did this dude play ball? You said he played ball in college and high school? I was like, yo, you killing me, man. But I'll say that to say this, man. Everything that everyone has said tonight is actually, it all connects. I'm listening to everyone tell their stories of their experiences with him, and mine are just similar or close to it. Like I think about how he what drew you into him. It was just his essence and aura just pulled you in. He was just that type. He was just that type of person, and he was slow to anger. I think I've seen him really mad like one time, and we were playing in this gym at Bank Street, and it's this dude named Teray, who is a journalist. He's on MSNBC sometime. He y'all might know who he is. And
that guy.
Yeah, that guy. There you go. And all of a sudden, it really just took me by surprise because I didn't even know how to react to it because I'd never seen Mark like get upset.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I heard Mark say, "Oh, fuck you up." And I was like, I had to do a double take. And I was like, yo, what happened? And then he was like, yo, he elbowed me. And then I was like, all right, he elbowed you, so elbow him back. And I said, so what's the deal? How you go over the top like that? I said, I've seen you like get hit in the mouth and do different things playing, and you never just went off like that. So you went off like, for an elbow? And he just said to me, that dude's a herb.
Oh, Lord.
Herb is the word.
He said he's a herb. And it was so funny because at the time, some of the people that we were balling with, you got to figure this is like early 90s. Some of these cats ended up being like working for Source Magazine.
Right.
And now they're like, on MSNBC and things like that. And it turned out he was an excellent judge of character because Torrey is a herb.
Right.
And has always been a herb. And I even hear people from Boston that say, we don't claim him. He was just living here. Like they say he's a herb. Even when you come from someplace and you claim it, and then when people that are there said, hey, y'all can have him, that's a bad look. So Mac was all over that from day one. And when I say it was years, Teray got on TV maybe like in the 2000s. Like, so that was years later. And then I remember he was giving interviews and Mac was like, yeah, that's why Mary clowned him. Because he had interviewed Mary J. Blige and he asked her some dumb question. But I will miss his dry wit and humor. And man, he could definitely take a joke. If taking a joke was like taking a punch, he had a hell of a chin. Because he could take it. I've never seen him really just get out of pocket and get all upset, and then then he'd come back to, he'd have his little, he'd have his little stinging jabs, he'd get back at you. But it's another thing too, and hold up, this is actually directed at you. You guys, you need to get together, man. It's so many stories I know you guys had when you hung out. I know it's stories from when we all hung out, and then it's stories from when me and him. You could just make a movie and have a whole bunch of little vignettes telling little, maybe like 6 minutes, 8 minute stories, like shorts, and make that into a whole movie, and they would all be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And mix him and Nubia Knight in there, and Tyrone, forget about it.
Oh yeah.
Forget about it. But and then when so he was actually, and as far as playing ball, we always played ball. We played ball for years. He was actually there when my career ended. He and his cousin were there when I tore my ACL. And luckily I hadn't played in a minute, and I just turned 40, and I should have stayed home. But he talked me in. He said, yo, you need to come on back out and play. Played. My knee went one way, body went the other way, and that was it. And then when I got better, he was like, yo, you miss playing? You gonna come back and play? I was like, and it's cracking up because it made me think about when Ronan said he asked him about football, and I was like, bro, I said, when I tore my knee up, I said my wife had to wait on me for like 2 months, hand and foot. I said, if I come home again, it's gonna be like Kathy Bates in Misery. I'm gonna be sitting up there in the bed, and she's just gonna be like, bow. Because that was. Because I mean, it was. I kind of knew that was it. Because it's just slowed me down enough at that point to be like. Because shortly after that, I think I got custody of my son, and I think the Most High just has a way to say, look, you need to be directing your energy elsewhere.
Yo,
And
Carl.
uh-huh.
I want to speak on that. The tough chin, the good chin for taking a hit. I remember when me and Mark used to be together, we would actually go so hard on each other that people would feel uncomfortable. Like we had friends that was like, yo, y'all like each other? Like,
yeah.
Because I'll say fuck you in a minute to Mark, and he'll say the same thing to
And
me.
he would say it back, and he would do that to me too. Because one dude was like, I remember one time one of my friends met him, we was together, and we was talking about something going back and forth, and he said, fuck you. And the dude said, yo, is that your man? What's up with him? He bugging. I like, nah. I said, nah, it's different. I said, it's all good. I said, that's just him and his vibe. I remember I used to try to also gas him up to try to get him to tell him when we would be around women. I'd be like, yo, tell him you Mr. Launch from Black Sheep. I said, they'll believe it. Because you look just like that dude, you know? And he'd be like, nah. I said, matter of fact, you ain't even got to say nothing. Let me say something. Let me tell him. And he still would be like, nah,
I'll tell him you're Matty
can't
Rich.
do that. Yeah, or Matty Rich. There you go. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Man.
And then when he told me he was doing a radio show, and I was like, and then he had me connect with R. And I was like, dag, I said, R's just a ball of fire. I said, no wonder y'all can do the show together, because all the energy R has, and then Mark is just like laid in the cut. So that's actually the perfect way for them to play off each other for a show. And both the personalities. So, and then like you said, he's a connector, because even though I knew Holop already, I hadn't met you all. And then remember when you guys were doing the blog and he had me writing, and then I got to meet you and stuff like that. And then I came up to the job a couple times, and it was all good. And it's just that thing, man. He was just a connector. He brought people together, and that's just a real that says something about the person. You know what I'm saying? Or something about the man that has that capability and has that talent. And and if I had to describe him, like I said, I just wanted to get on here tonight and make sure that I show my love. But Mac, if he was like if I had to put him like in a personification, he's just like a cool Curtis Mayfield vibe, looking like Miles Davis skin complexion. just being chill. Like I think of the Curtis Mayfield thing with the glasses. Like when people saw Curtis Mayfield probably come up on stage, they'd be like, yo, what's this dude gonna do? And then he'd get up there and start jamming and doing his thing. That was Matt. Because he was just he wasn't imposing, but then the next thing people talking to him. He's always cool with everybody. I can't really say too many people that I would say didn't like him. And as all of you said, and like I said, you all know him to a T, because there was times he would get on your nerves, but he was the type of dude, even if he got on my nerves, and I remember he got mad at him a couple times, and I'm like, yo, how you gonna be mad at Mark, man?
I think I said that to you.
Probably.
It was something happening with Mark, and I said, it's Mark.
Yeah. Yep. How you gonna be mad at Mark? But man, I'm glad that you pulled this together, because it's just right that we celebrate and honor, the humble king that Marque Cunningham is and was. And we are selfish, and I've learned this, because everything that he means to us, we are like, hey, he's gone. But in reality, he's not, because he's immortalized, because all of us are sharing all these thoughts and feelings. And I'll be honest to all y'all, man. I've heard his voice so many times a day, just recalling conversations and thinking. And it was just hitting me in my mind. I was kind of looking at it this way. I'm like, I'm not going to talk to him again. I'm not going to see him again. And I just talked to him yesterday. But
Right.
then I also said, you know what? I said that part is true in the physical, but he's with us all because I still hear his voice.
Yep.
I'm thinking about conversations that we had, and I was sitting here today. I couldn't focus. Man, I got over one on them on work today because I didn't do shit today because I couldn't focus. But I started trying to bring a lighter feel for it for me. So I started thinking about things we done, things we said, and overall, I'm just better for knowing him, and it's just his journey with us right now is over. And as a lot of you said earlier, on this physical plane, hopefully we'll all get to see him on the other side, and I just wanted to make sure I got on here and express my love for the brother,
For sure.
Yeah, salute.
Love you, Carl.
Love you too, all of
Salute.
yeah, man. And I didn't believe. I just listen. When R had the text, I was like, "Yo, what's going on?" And even after R told me, I was waiting to speak to Hollup and still told me like it was a joke. I was still waiting to speak to Hollup and be like, "Oh," but it was just like,
man.
for sure. But listen, man, I love all you brothers, and one thing is too, and as Oz heard me say before, when we have our forums, as brothers, we need to have those conversations about
For
how we
sure.
feeling, what we going through, because the way we come up, and I say this all the time, that shit wasn't the way it was supposed to be for none of us. We all know that.
Exactly.
But we here, so we share these experiences, man. When you going through something and it's mentally, physically, because I think as men a lot of times, man, we don't that's like a learned behavior not to show that vulnerability. And to me, it feels really good to see this outpouring of love for him today. Like everybody's just like straight up like, yo, I love this dude. This is what he was to me, and just to hear how all the stories just kind of tie in,
Right.
So, but I'm gonna get off my soapbox, man. We will all be in touch, and I guess we'll all really see each other soon to celebrate his life in person. And and like I said, thanks R for letting me know it's not news I wanted to know, but I'll
I
get
had
through it.
to.
I'll get through it, and he's been on my mind all day. My wife is just telling me, look, go sit on the couch, go outside, do whatever you need to do. So so he's in my heart, he's in my mind, so he's gone, but he's not, if you know what I mean.
For sure.
For sure.
Well,
All right, brothers.
Thank you, brother. Peace.
All right, man. Peace. I'm out.
All right.
Salute. Yeah. Yo,
Oh, what's up, Moody?
fam.
Yeah. I know.
What up?
You already know. We had a conversation earlier, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. Holla, King. What up?
Peace, bro.
Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I'm not gonna. I've been kind of thinking about this all day. It's kind of like the first thing is this thing about love. I want to tell Rodney. I want to tell Angus. I want to tell Hollip real quick that I've had this fortune of traveling literally around the world. It's been amazing. Traveling for martial arts competitions and sports and music and things like that. And so you meet so many different people, and you really can gauge who you are. A lot of people will give you a barometer of who you are as a man, like as far as strength. You go to another culture and you see how they handle life and death and celebration and love, and you can pitch yourself against that. The one thing I wanted to thank you guys for before I even got around to talking about Mac is you guys are stronger than anything. And I think that
I think a lot of times people don't understand what it takes to celebrate something you just lost. You know, it's like that's hard. You know, it's I've been through it so many times. And you keep thinking that you're desensitized, and you realize that you're not. Like you'll never be. And so I want to commend both of y'all, because I know how y'all feel. And I talked to my brother, and I got to cry with my brother on the phone today a little earlier. And I know that I know how y'all feel. And I know this conversation don't last forever. And I know this call doesn't last forever. And I know these things. And so I wanna commend both of y'all. And this is the reason that when I gain respect for people, I don't necessarily have to meet you. I mean, I have to know of you, and I got to see a consistency in you that makes me respect you. I'm very distrustful of people. I'm from Brooklyn. You know, I don't really trust anything I see. And so by the time I get around to trusting people, I never leave a conversation without saying I love you. I've had so many debates with men about the uncomfortability of us saying, I love you, bro. Be safe, bro. Here's the reason that we do that. First of all, there's a dysfunction in a man that's afraid to tell another man and profess that he loves him, because love is not a sexual emotion. Love these are all chemical things. I love people for what they provide. Like, listen, Holla, I love you. I ain't never met you a day in my life, son. I just know that what you do, the way that you get involved, the way that you don't just talk it, the way that you walk it, that's a love. And I see that you a genuine dude. And that guy, Matt, me and him we talked a little more than I think people realize. And we used to get around to the point where I'd be like, yo, Rodney and Holler, come on, Matt. Come on, nigga. Say something bad. Say something bad. Say something bad, bro. He's like, nah, son, never that. Never that. It's my brothers, yo. And so that's and it was all in jokes, of course. But that's the reason I never say I love. We gotta remember something. I know everybody on here, there is love here. But I'm talking about for everybody else that we need to spread that message to. Don't wait for death or misfortune to say love. In your highest times in the world, in your richest times, in your poorest times, when you can barely make it, when you think you're not going to get through to the next day, there's still somebody that's doing worse than you. And just let them know that you love them. That's the first thing that I wanted to say. That's why I will never have a conversation with y'all, and I'll never hang up on a conversation before saying, I love y'all. So I love y'all. Let me open up with that. The second thing is, these words, nigga, don't you ever post that bullshit again. I don't know how I remember it, nigga. Don't you ever post this bullshit. I don't know how I remembered it until today, because today was a pretty hectic day, and then I've been in jail. I think I've been in FB jail so much I don't know when I'm really in it. So I realized that I was free a couple of days ago, and like I went on today, and I see this, and it with all of us, right? It reconfigured not the day, it reconfigured the week. It reconfigured all of that stuff. But nigga, don't ever post that bullshit again. What was this about? One day, I got onto In the Paint. I can't really remember how I met Matt online, because I don't trust online. You know, people, the funny thing about online, man, is that somebody pass away, or your man cheat on you or your woman cheat on you, and we go emoji crazy like, oh, damn, yo, son, I feel so bad, son. And I don't trust that emotion. And so, like, when you meet somebody from online, a lot of times you just keep them at a distance. But there's something about Mac He can work his way through anything. This nigga was the 1983 dodgeball championship of distrust. He can dodge through what you didn't trust, and he can get right up on you and let you know that he was an authentic person. And the reason that I said, nigga, don't you ever do this, don't do it to me again. He posted a video, and I don't know if you guys remember this. I think it was maybe right before COVID or something like that. I'm not quite, I think it was before COVID. It was Mac playing basketball. Now, previous to me seeing him play basketball, we used to talk on the phone anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours. And so previous to me seeing him play ball, we were talking like ballers. You know, yo, son, I get the rock, I go in, boom, pow. So Mac is talking crazy. So I was like, yo, the God, I said, yo, the God is probably nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably like crazy nice. And so the video come up, and I see this guy, he got on 2 knee braces, and he shoots a jumper. That shit goes about 18 feet left of the rim. And then he get back on D, but it's like a limp, hot skip kind of run back. And so I was like, yo, who the fuck is that? He was like, yo, that's me, son. I'm out there with them young boys. I said, nigga, don't you ever post that bullshit.
It's probably deleted now.
Yeah, it probably is. Yo, let me tell you something. The thick skin, we were fellow trolls on social. Both of us are like,
Right.
you know, expert trolls and shit. And like, his skin was as thick as a concrete wall. So what he dished out to you, he can take it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so you remember him, and then we're Aquarians. And so I'm not very heavy into zodiacs, but we used to talk about the Aquarian thing, and we talked about some of the similar people we know in entertainment and things like that. Here's what hurt me the most. I know that people pass away. What hurts the most is that when someone has a mission, I don't know how God works. I don't know how people believe. I don't judge anybody's belief or whatever. But sometimes I just, as a human man that doesn't have the strength to have the knowledge I should have or the wisdom I should have or whatever, as a flawed individual, sometimes I get mad as fuck. And I'm like, God, why the fuck do you take away people with shit to offer? Like, do this shit, bro. Like, why is it always that? It's like, I mean, I'm not trying to, y'all, I don't wish death on nobody, but I could never be God because I wipe out half the earth, man. and it's like, why is it always a Mac? Why is it always somebody that got the kid has so much on his table? He had so much on his table. He had so much for his brothers. He had so much for whatever. So I just wanted to tell y'all, man, that I appreciate everybody on here. Some of the personalities I love. David Sanford, he's one of my, I got to meet y'all guys. Like I didn't know Hollip is in Georgia. Like he owned this. I never knew Hollip was like in Georgia. I ain't never around, but I'm like, yo, my man is right there. So I got to make sure that I see Hollip sometime when he's around the ATL. But it's like, why do you take my anger and my frustration, even at 52 years old? It don't seem right to wake up on a day that seemed like a good day, to wake up in a day, all of us are from different circumstances. All of us had a timeline on us. None of us escaped the timeline. Y'all know when it's time, it's time. Today it was time. We don't like the time, and we don't know what the time is, but it was time. And that time come for everybody. But let me tell you something. I get frustrated and I say, why the fuck do you only seem to fuck with people that got shit going on? That's trying to do shit. That's trying to be shit. That's trying to help somebody. This is an online call. I waited for quite a while. The studio was busy. Ain't nobody that people don't got love for. People ain't all up in the studio for that. The lines are busy for a reason. They were, because what he was, we might have, the familiarity might have been from the sports show. But all of us I have not heard one person here yet that has strictly had a sports experience. Somehow with Matt, everybody's broken into at least one personal story. At least one. That's the mark of a man. Somewhere in the Bible, it says the dead know nothing. He doesn't know what we're talking about. He can't hear what we're talking about. He can't even acknowledge what we're talking about. The reason we're here, because we're acknowledging him. And I just appreciate everybody that came on here. I don't want to cry. And the reason I don't want to cry, I did it. It threw my day off, and I'm not complaining about it at all. But I just want to tell y'all guys, take a couple of things into observance. Please, y'all. Every time you talk to somebody, say you love them. If you don't love them, then don't say that shit. But if you got love for somebody in any capacity, say it. Because tonight, everybody that's been on this call, tomorrow, could bring the same news we got today. And I don't want to leave here without telling motherfuckers I don't love them. Another thing is, I don't know what happened to Matt. That's not really the issue at this point at all. It's a salute to the brother. But another warning that I do, I got perfect blood pressure, but I post my blood pressure every once and again online. Not because I'm worried about it. I try to encourage people to take theirs. And I built up this little tiny movement of people that take their hypertension and do things like that. Fellas, not even in relation to Matt, let's do what he would have did. He always was thinking outside of what you knew him for. He was always thinking of something outside of that. And so if your pinky hurt, if you wake up in the morning and you don't feel right, if you sit on the toilet and you used to shitting in 10 minutes and it take you 30, well, if it take you 10, you need to already have been to the doctor. But y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't feel right, if your eyelid flicker, if your nail hurt, if your kneecap hurt, go to the fucking doctor. I'm not talking about Matt. I'm talking about over the last 90 days, there's been 7 people that I love and they're not here, man. And I'm trying to figure out how this shit works. Fellas, no matter what goes on, get the checkups. I don't know if it's a bunch of old motherfuckers on here like me, but I'm at that age, fellas. I got to bend over the table. I got to take that index. That shit ain't pleasant, but it saved lives. And I got sarcastic doctors like, your doctor walk in the room and go, "What up, baby? You ready for me, boo?"
Oh,
Like,
Lord.
shit.
Oh, see,
Oh,
now
shit, bro.
that's a problem right there.
Yeah, but now, fellas, like, not in relation to Matt, because we're not in a speculation stage here. What we're talking about is, fellas, for us, when something is wrong, stop thinking, yo, man, this macho shit. I'm a macho motherfucker. And let me tell you something. I ain't cry like a baby like this. Somebody be, what the fuck is Moody crying for? Man, I knew, man, me and that dude was tight as fuck for years. We was talking about linking up in the summer. Yo, Rodney, by the way, I don't know if he ever ran it by you. I was like, yo, when y'all get down to Georgia, I want to do my version of a production of In the Paint. Did y'all ever talk about that?
Nah, he never told me that.
Yeah, but we talked about so many different concepts and ideas and things like, by the way, Rodney, that still stands. It's all good because the legacy is in y'all. See, all of this was great tonight, but it don't mean nothing. Everybody can get together and help. We can promote, we can share.
Right.
The show can go on, because the truth is, always honor the person that has moved on. Honor them by doing what they would have done. In the Paint is here. God damn it. I don't know enough about sports. I don't even know sports You know, Mac hit me real heavy today. You know when Mac is going to hit me the heaviest, to be honest with you? I know him off of sports. This dude, this guy remembered my daughter's birthday and remembered my anniversary. I don't know how the fuck he did that because I remember my daughter's birthday, but I don't know my fucking anniversary. I don't know how the fuck he did it. I must have been talking to him and he must have just wrote it down. And he called me on the morning. He was like, yo, happy anniversary, champ. And I was like, yo, it's my anniversary, son? He was like, yeah, nigga. Yeah, that's what you said. That's how quick he was with the whip. Wow. And I walked in the room and looked at my wife kind of sideways. I was like, happy anniversary, babe. She was like, nigga. She's like, really? Seriously? And so, where he hit me the most, I got into this habit, and I'm out of here after this, but I got into this habit, guys. On Sunday, I don't watch football like I used. I don't watch sports like it. My schedule is so ridiculous, but I don't. But I didn't need ESPN. Only fucking thing that I needed to do is come on Facebook and see who my bro was saying bye to. Right. It's the only thing I needed. and this is Wednesday, so Thursday coming. That's Thursday night football. Right. And you got Friday and you got basketball games. And I think on Sunday, from a sports perspective, is when I'll feel a different kind of like pain. So in closing, to any and everyone that may be listening or whatever, I don't know you all, and I honestly can't say I love you all, but for those of you that I talk to, and I know that as human beings, as Black people majority, Dom, anybody, I don't give a fuck. If there's a quality that you have, if you're a good human being, I love you because I don't want something to happen to me and y'all don't remember one of the last words out of my mouth was I love you. Fellas, if something is wrong, not in relation to Mac, please don't think I'm doing that because I don't think that's fair. But fellas, if you think something is wrong, go see about yourself. You're not too tough to get the finger. Go get your heart checked. You got a headache, go get it checked out, man. Go get these things checked out, and sometimes we can maybe stop things that may be getting real serious with us. And that's just a lesson for us all. Howlett, Angus, man, I learned a thing about strength from y'all today. I'm a man that tries to live off lessons, and I want to thank y'all because I don't get on social media with birthdays or deaths or anything, and it's just not my thing. I think it's beautiful. I just don't do it. You guys, Mac told me deeply about what Howlett was to him. And obviously, Rodney, I know how you two were. Right. And I think that's my respect for you two. I never really got to talk to Howlett, and that's my fault. This brother does so much for his community. He does so much for his cause. And it pains me when he sends out these invites. And I want to say, yes, I'm attending, but I don't want to lie because I don't know if my schedule will let me. Because like after a certain time, I'm just out of control. But I've gained so much respect. I knew a lot about him and Dawood and like all the real people. He spoke about y'all in a God level kind of way. He spoke about y'all in a way that even if I didn't respect anything about you, either I had to, or that would have been the ending of our particular kind of brotherhood. Because he put y'all over, definitely me, which he should have, and he put y'all over a lot of people. Y'all guys taught me a lot about strength today. Y'all are going to be okay. We may not know each other for whatever, but I'm telling you, as sure as I'm standing in this motherfucker, Rodney got the number. Bro, if it get like that, call me up, man. Call me.
No doubt.
Call me. You feel me? And Holla, I might, if I'm in one of my moods, who the fuck is this? It's Holla, nigga. Oh shit, what up, Holla? What up, like, yo. But yo, and Rodney, you already know the deal.
Exactly.
I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm out.
All right.
I miss my bro. Please, nobody get off this shit tonight without the last thing being, I love you. I love y'all.
Love you, brother. All
Love
right.
you too, bro.
All right. Thank you.
Peace.
Holla, we have any more testimonials coming up or not really?
Lamont.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Hey, peace and blessings, family.
Peace. Peace, brother.
Hey, big brother R.
Yes, sir.
My sincere condolences.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
To the Independent family. I thank you, Holla, for y'all putting this on. As you can imagine, this is surreal. And one of the words you keep hearing is surreal. It's like I feel like I'm gonna wake up, you know? And this is not gonna be a thing. I could hear his laugh, you know. I could hear it, man. It's crazy. Yeah, but thanks for doing this because it's a celebration, you know.
Yeah.
So it took me out of a place, you know. I'm out of that place for a moment, you know. It's good. Man, I was just I think about hip hop when I think about Mac. You know, we always talking about verses in these chats that we have and the best verses. And just recently, we was talking about Eminem and I was like, man, you know, Redman is like he's the father to Eminem's style, and he was like, nah, it's Master Ace. And I'm like, what? I never thought about it, but he goes in and sends a link, and I listen to the song. And I'm like, man, this dude really knows his hip hop. It sounds just like Eminem. Like it's crazy, and man, he could talk about anything. He was not scared to touch on any subject. He could talk about any and everything. A couple of times on Facebook, people would come at me, and he would jump in. and have my back on Twitter or whatever. He would just jump in, you know, just how he would do. Man.
That is so true. Like if you go through my archives and you check my videos, and if you see any beefs going on with me and somebody, you will definitely see Mac in there.
Yep. This is a fact. This is a fact. Exactly.
Both feet, no question. He would just jump right in. Man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Dad.
Hell yeah.
Basketball was, you know, Chinatown, same thing. Honestly, I guess I was too young, but I was like, man, this dude could ball. Maybe I was just too young at the time. I only seen him go one direction. But when I come to think about it, I never really seen him shoot. So I was like, okay, but I know he hustled though. He hustled better than me. I was like, man, that dude got a couple of rebounds. He got some assists. So he was doing his thing, in my opinion. But man, I hear all these words that define him. You know, good judge of character, charismatic, outspoken, upstanding person. That's his legacy. All of these words that everybody are defining him as. He left a great foundation, man. I aspire to be like that brother. He always made my girls feel like my girls are young and it's always adults around, and he would always find his way over to them, make them feel, you know, hey man, what's going on? How y'all doing in school? You know, man,
hell yeah,
it's just like surreal, man. But thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I don't want to stay too long.
Lamont, love you as well, brother. Oh,
love you too, bro.
Great to have you. Great to have you on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, family. Thank you again for this platform.
You know,
no doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace and blessings, y'all. Love y'all.
You know what I find amazing what Lamont just brought up about the music. You know, one of my favorite things about Mac when he discussed it, actually two things. Two was he was a big time Prince fan. And I love
yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was. And I love when he used to say digging in the crates. Yeah, I always love that. I'm like, okay, let me see what you got. What music you talking about this time? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wait, Angus, if I could just say, no, just 10 seconds. Angus, I did a show one day called MJ versus Prince.
Okay.
And so I got like, because I went for Prince, right? Because I was like, I love the zipper god, but I love the glove god, but niggas can't fuck with the purple god though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like the only person on earth that agreed with me was Mac.
Right.
I say, yo, they coming at me hard, son. I pick Prince up with Mike, and he was like, yo, Moody, man, fuck them niggas, man. Prince played 37. He played 37 instruments, bro. I was like, yo, so that is my only ally with the purple god. Salute to the fucking purple god too, man. For real, man.
Exactly.
Word.
You know what I mean? For real. I love that. I said only MAC611, boy. You know.
Yep, he loved Prince.
Yes, indeed.
Yo, Ivy, can you come off of mute? Can you talk?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I know she
waiting
wanted
for
to jump on.
everybody. Yeah, I was just waiting for everybody to
Peace,
say their
sis.
Peace.
Peace. Well, it's just our little memorial to the brother.
Yeah. For those that don't know, I'm one of the former co-hosts of In the Paint, but I'm going to always be ITP for life. I talk so much, and these are one of the times like this is where I have no words. I found out when I was actually on the phone with my niece, helping her make arrangements for her father's funeral. And I was on the phone with her, and I was just, scrolling on, Facebook. And I happened to see Dawood's, I call him Brother Minister. I happened to see his post, and I said no. I scrolled a little further. I went to the comments, and then I saw another picture. Well, his profile picture with him and Mac, and it said RIP. And my heart just sank. And at that moment, I was so distracted. I was on the phone. I had to hurry up and end the call with my niece because I couldn't even help her with what she was doing. And I called, obviously I called Hollop right away because I had to, make sure he was okay. Angus, I had to send you a message as well.
Right.
And I just, I don't know what to say. Like, he was definitely one of the most supportive, loving people that anyone would ever meet. And even though he and I, we were always disruptors on social media. Like, that's what we are known for. And we would definitely go in on people collectively, right? And yes, I can attest to, if there's any beef, he is there front and center to address it. But I'm really hurt. I'm really sad. I'm heartbroken. I definitely didn't want this time to be my appearance on the show, because we go way back since 2009, and some people obviously even further, childhood, family, but he was like a brother to me. All of you are my brothers, and I call you all my brothers. I don't have any brothers biologically, so I consider you all my brothers. And it just hurts. It just really hurts. And I don't. That's all I have. You know, I can't.
It's understandable.
I don't have. Honestly, and I didn't want to speak because I'm not good at speaking at funerals or memorial services or tributes. That's not my lane because I'm very 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 emotional, and I didn't want to speak. I was in the chat for the longest,
Right.
you know, just making sure my presence was front and center. But I said I have to say something. I cannot leave without saying anything. And as Booty said, I love all of you, and I have to say it because we don't know when, you know, we don't know when our time comes. And that's all I have. MAC611, rest in peace. I love you. Watch over us, protect us, cover us, and we will forever keep your memory alive. This is Ivy, and I'm complete.
Blessings.
Peace, sis.
Blessings. Peace. Blessings.
Love you.
Oh man, I tell you.
Is there anybody else in the queue like that's not on the show?
I see Chad, but I guess he doesn't want to talk.
No, I mean not on the live, but on the queue, the actual queue itself.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Y'all hear me?
Yo,
what's going on, everybody?
Oh, it is.
Peace, Chad.
Peace, brother.
Yeah, it's been it's just nice to hear everybody, you know, talk about Mark and just reminisce. It's funny because I was at work and I was just thinking about messing with him. You know what I mean? Because you know, we would talk on text, and you know, sometimes he'll call me. I mean, I'm not great at answering phone calls. Like Hollip called me this morning, and and it's ironic because I actually woke up to a text that Hollip sent me, a meme that I had just showed my wife, and we were laughing, and I must have replied to him, and he called me. So I thought he might have been calling me about that. And I'm not good at answering the phone, so sometimes I'll be letting the phone ring or go to voicemail because I'm just like that. Sometimes I just like to disappear, you know. And he told me I just, you know, it's not, you don't think people would joke about that or lie about that.
No.
But your first thought is you're joking, you're lying, you know. And I said to him, I guess I'm at a point where in my life that friends of mine died one way when I was younger, and now they're dying another way now.
Right.
You know, and I just think about like sometimes we might meet up at Starbucks and talk, and he would have some story about some shorty was checking in him or being extra nice to him or whatever. And I would say things to him like, "Man, stop trying to be sexy in every story you tell me, man." Like, you know what I mean? Or like we'd be on the train going back home, and he would tell a story, and I'm like, and then you know, I guess everybody know how Mark is. Sometimes that voice go up a little too much, and I'm like, and I would say, "Brother, why are you hollering?" You know what I mean? I was just always. I remember once. This might be about a year ago. I said to him, I was like, you know, if you ever get tired of in the paint, why don't you try to apply to ESPN, get some of that Disney money? And he was like, nah, I would never do that. And I was like, nah, I'm sure. Listen, they could make a little cartoon series for Disney Plus with you and Stephen A, Jiminy Cricket, and the WB Frog. And Mark just was like, man, fuck you. And he was just, you know, I know sometimes he would we just have all kind of conversations, man. He talked again, like everybody says, he asked you about the kids and your family. And Martin knew I had like 400 CDs, so he would always say one day he gonna come over and all of that, which is why it's funny when you guys talk about the music part.
Right.
Mind you, anybody that picked Michael Jackson over Prince in a conversation is not of this earth. But and the father Eminem style is really Tretch. It goes into old Tretch. But he just was he was a good guy, man. You know what I mean? Like and I remember some words that he said to me. He wasn't the only person that said it, but he said it to me, and we're talking about him. So I'm gonna give him credit for it this one time. He would sometimes ask me to, participate again in the show. And I'd be like, nah, we would have a conversation, and he said to me, it's not that you're not right. You could always you could still be right and still be you. Just be a little nicer. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And man,
Right.
and he was a good guy, man. He was such a good guy. Like Marque is, I mean, all you guys are older than me. A lot older than me.
Okay.
A lot older.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like what the fuck,
Goatees are
yo?
older than me and shit.
Whatever, son. Whatever.
But it's like we lose a guy like Marque,
Right.
and right now on my TV screen I see Mitch McConnell, and he's still around. So
I feel you.
So
exactly.
So good night, everybody. Blessings and
Good night,
love,
brother.
man. Y'all some good people that I met along with him through this platform, man. And y'all some good people.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Y'all some real good people, man. Like seriously.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Man, I'll holler at y'all.
All right.
All right.
Listen, Hollop. I got now this is gonna be pleasurable for me. Choice. I think your mic is on mute. I can tell you, I know Little Mark spoke highly of you all the time. If this is Choice Skinner.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes. I saw the Choice. I said it has to be him.
Me and Choice go way.
Oh, okay.
back.
Okay, Hollop. Yeah. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Good to see you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm still in a lot of pain.
Yes.
Yeah. I had my my screaming moment. God heard me. I was about to teach some martial arts, and Shadi, he had hit me up and told me, and I couldn't believe it. I literally Mark knew I was a big Fleetwood Mac fan, and Christine McVie died, and I'm like, what the heck? My grandmama died on Saturday, and Irene Cara died, and I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
Yeah. I saw the words, and I was just like, it can't be my one and true only Mark. You know what I mean? I mean, we got Big Mark too.
Right.
Thank God he's still here. But whew, man, I'm gonna send you some photos to give to his mom, man. Some high school photos, some photos of when let me tell you the story, man. It's you talk about genuine and you talk about ride or die. This brother, when I went to New York, I hadn't been in New York in a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this short film out, Black Lightning, who, he supported me tremendously on it. And I said, I'm coming to New York. He was like, I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you. And, people say that all the time whenever I visit someplace. And he came limping and everything. And I'm like, what's wrong with your ankle? I was so upset at him. I said, you heard him playing basketball? He said, nah, it's been swelling up a lot lately. And I'm like, Mark, get your ass in the gym, figure it out and start, getting back in shape. But he came both days, man. He came on a Friday and a Saturday night and walked his ass all up and down from Times Square back and forth with us. And stayed with me as much as he could that whole night. Met all my students. He made such an impression that all of my LA students knew who he was. Every last one of them knew who he was. He interviewed a lot of people that I knew. You guys was just on here talking about how he would back you up if somebody was talking shit. That was true. That was true. Staunch Prince fan. This fool took me to my first Prince concert.
Wow.
Madison Square Garden. Got the tickets and everything.
Wow.
I probably never have been out of Brooklyn. He took me. I wouldn't have got through Samuel J. Tilden High School without Mark. We took the B14 every day together.
Right.
Every day together. And at that time, he cared about those gazelles and glasses he had. He cared about his waves. This is before he got dreads, y'all. He had shortcut. It was always a Caesar. And he cared about his sneakers. He was big on sneakers, and he always looked sharp, man. Always looked sharp. There wasn't a day he wasn't neat and didn't look sharp.
Yep.
You know,
yeah. Yeah.
He just hit me up. And I was on my show last night talking about best friends and good friends, and I mentioned him. And one of my students is jumping. Yeah, she said, "You just talked about him on your show." And I'm like, "What is this, man? What is this?" I'm sitting here looking at photos. This is gonna crack y'all up. Right there. We went to King's Dominion for our senior year trip. And this cat was taking pictures looking better than the guys wearing the suits. Prom. Man.
Yeah.
You know,
I understand, man. And like I said earlier to you, he always spoke highly of you. You understand? Always, man. You know? And so
love you, man.
Yeah, no doubt. So to have you on here as well.
Well, sports was his thing, man. Sports was his thing. Y'all had him show once talking about UFC and boxing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy if you think about it. You know, a lot of sports analysts are good about certain types of sports. He was good about all sports.
Yes. He was. He was.
That's insane.
Hell yeah.
And he could play. Like y'all was talking about, you know, he could play. He could play. He could play. He was one of the few cats that I knew that could talk shit but also back it up.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just sitting here, man. You know, my brother, he's in LA. He called me up. And my god brother that lived in 611 Blake with him. So y'all let me know. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there, man. You know, just like he was always there for me. And obviously for so many of you others who are on here tonight, how he touched so many lives, man. One of the most genuine, down-to-earth, awesome people that I fucking know. Hurts so bad, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having this, man. I had been looking at all these photos because I'm gonna scan them and I'm gonna scan them and send them to you so you can give them to his mom, because I know she don't have any of these. These were, you know, like final prints and stuff that I had in books. And
you went back to the archives, Joyce.
I had to. He helped me get through high school. Y'all don't understand.
Yeah.
I was a loner.
Yeah.
I was a loner. We you know, we lived right across the street from each other, but once we both entered into Tilden, going on that B4, man, we had some moments, man. And times he would stand up for me, and I wouldn't have made it without him in high school. I wouldn't have made it without him. I wouldn't have made it. You know? He's my best friend, man. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But enjoying hearing all the stories y'all telling, because it's like, you know, I always say, man, great people don't change. They just get better with time. And just listening to y'all talk about them, I'm like, yeah, that was Mark. Whether it was him in high school, whether it was him, you know, today, he didn't change. He just got better with time.
Right.
Praying for everybody, man, because I know this hurts.
Believe it.
Yeah.
Believe it. Brother, or should I say brothers, I have Shadi Heru,
That's
and also Sinclair by Sinclair as well.
Cool.
That I joined. Let's see. I think they might both have their mics muted. Yeah, they do. Let me see. If you guys want to say something, just unmute your mic, and you can feel free to.
I see Shadi. I don't see Sinclair.
Really?
Yo, Mark and Shotty, we were in a band together, man.
Wait a minute.
Not.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, okay. There it is. Sorry. There it is. There's Sinclair.
Oh, okay.
I heard something.
You heard my alarm.
Oh, that's what it was? Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I'm like, why is that going off?
I'm
not working.
Nah. All right. Well, like I said, Heru and also Jay Sinclair. If you guys want to speak up, please go right ahead.
Oh,
I know you know who Sinclair is.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
This is Shadi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. Oh wow. Okay. I'm driving, and I'm listening to all the stories, man. And I said that it's lukewarm. I actually messaged Mark, told Mark, and I said, forgive me. I'm just in a state of shock right now, and
Take
trying to
your
pay
time,
attention
brother.
to the road.
Take your time.
And and I couldn't think of a better time to come on because Mark is here and Choice is here. And I was talking to Brian because I shared the news with him, and y'all know Brian, right? And I said that, thinking about what is now 36 years of friendship, and that's grown people. That's grown people with kids in marriage, knowing him that long, being friends that long, And okay, there's a speed trap ahead. Forgive me, I am driving, right? But I felt compelled to just call in. And I'm listening to everyone speak, and to me, everyone's like fairly new, maybe like 10 years, maybe even 20 years. But to have 36 years of friendship, and I just spoke to him a little over, I guess, about 3 weeks now, going on 3 weeks now. And it was a brother on, perhaps even several people, because I was going in and out listening to the show, was saying that the sentiment was like, say your I love yous and your carings and terms of endearment like that, right? And I said that I'm okay. Someone's background.
Call from Larry's cell.
Okay, I'm hearing someone's feedback in the background. So, okay, can everyone hear me? Still hear me? Okay. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
I can.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah, I heard feedback. I guess someone was calling in. So so please let me know if you can't hear me, or if it's a pause in in the air and everything like that. In any event, I hear everyone talking about, say your I love yous, if you feel compelled to say it, if you feel that way to someone every time you speak, because you never know. And I said that I'm so glad that I got a chance to speak to him, and he called me, and I returned the call back, and we spoke about a little over 2 hours, just catching up. I always would see him whenever I do come on social media, because I'm not as social as I guess I should be on social media. But I would see him post, things about his show, because he loves sports. So I knew that okay, that's a home for him. He's going to know what he's talking about, because he told me about the concept of the show before it even came into existence way back when. And I was just thinking, I was like, wow. When I got the news from fellow 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 group mate. Forgive me, I'm paying attention to the GPS. A fellow group mate, April, that was in the group with Choice, that was in the group with Mark. Um, who else was in the group? Michelle, another brother, Leo, and to hear the news from her was really something, because it took me back to the group Sugar and Spice, and I had to think about, right, when the first time where I said, okay, I know me and this cat is gonna be friends for the long haul, right? And it was a performance, a high school performance. That Choice was Prince. There we go with Prince, right? And they were, we were performing. I had my bass guitar and everything like that. And while performing, man, Mark did something totally crazy. He ran and jumped on top of a piano, right? And the distance that he jumped was like, I saw him from the side, because that was off the top of his head. He hadn't planned to do that. He ran to do that. And I said to myself, okay, me and this cat is gonna bond real good, because for him to do something like that, that was real to me, So that was the beginning, and I started thinking about, I started thinking about a lot of the conversations that we had growing up, because like I said, 36 years, we were like 16, and it's funny how you remember things under these circumstances, And one thing I wanted to share, because it was choice and Mark, right? And then when Choice moved out of town, it became Mark and Tall Mark, or Tall Mark and Mark, right? And I used to joke with him, man. I said, man, you done found because I always thought of him of Jerome, right? The Jerome character, with Morris Day in the Time. I said, man, you done found you another Morris Day, right? And joke, right? And when I got older, because we joke around with it and everything. When I got older, and I realized that was real love and support. That was real love and support. Even when it was just me and him, we were just talking about endeavors and things, and his support. Where someone ignorant might have took it for okay, forgive me, I'm still listening to this GPS, right, as I'm driving, right? But someone not knowing or ignorant would have thought it was like a sidekick situation, but it wasn't at all, It wasn't at all. It was the fact that if he loved you, you know what I'm saying, he was there for you. You know, and he would talk about Choice, and he would talk about Mark, and he would talk about Larry, he would talk about another brother that's not here with us, Nubian Night, aka Fly Tie, with Love, and there's some of the other people that he would mention is probably on the show now. That the names are not clear, and he would just tell me about the show. Forgive me, I'm just like just choked up now because, like I said, I spoke to him uh, not that long ago, and was cracking on him, man, because he was still talking about getting out there playing basketball, man. And I said, "Yo, pops, dig it, man. Them young boys is gonna wear your ass out. So I think you need to just hang up your jersey. You know what I'm saying? And chill out with that, right?" So I remember him telling me, but not going into it. You know, just issues that he because he didn't go into it like that. It was just just us having a conversation, and it was just more or less like, we seniors now, whether we want to know it or not, or middle age or whatever that shit is now. So we gotta take care of our health, and we both agreed, we can do a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that, right? You know, like I said, it was about a little over 2 hours just talking about Prince, talking about music, me telling him that, look, I got some. Matter of fact, I shared with him, right? Because I told him, because Prince was our artist choice, and he would send me things. April would send me videos or whatever, right? So I said, look, check this out, man. I'm doing a Prince tribute EP. Because I just felt like I wanted to do it, and I actually sent him 2 of the demos of the 5 songs or 6 songs that I'm going to do on it, and he just loved it. One was "If I Was Your Girlfriend," and the other one was "Sign of the Times" that I sent him, and it's just totally just different, And I heard another brother talking about his love and taste for music, digging back into the crates, and then I started remember us with just going to St. Mark's, right? St. Mark's, isn't that something, right? Going to St. Mark's in the city and going buying vinyl, man. This was back in 87, 88, just buying vinyl, man, and it just couldn't wait to get home and listen to it, And so I know Mark, in touch with his mom, because I had him, besides thinking about him and thinking about her, I thought about his mother, and just knowing the fact that he is her only son, and I said, God, I can't even imagine Phantom how she is feeling right now,
Right.
I think about, and I hope I'm not going too long on, because I'm right now. It's just off the top of my head, man. Because this couldn't be rehearsed, This couldn't be rehearsed because you didn't expect this,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about. It's funny, man. His grandfather is coming into my head, man, because I knew him that long. When his grandfather was was still alive, you know,
Right.
and his uncle, you know, Frankie and the twins, well, they grown now. The
Mm-hmm.
babies, and you know, and I was like, damn, that's family, man. That's family. I mean, staying in each other's houses overnight, and you know, I'm just happy that he accomplished a lot of the things that he wanted to accomplish. That he found his niche into sports. You know, which I had never known that he was that much in, other than, you know, playing basketball. And you know, but I got a chance to listen to the show, and but that was further back, and I remember just chatting with him, and man, saying that, no, you know, the show sounds good, man. You know, I wish you well on this, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, I got a different perspective on death, because for me, death is life, life is death, you know. And as much, and rightfully so. I mean, that's where people go to, you know, to rest in peace and everything like that. But I'm like, man, I know he's alive. Probably listening to Prince somewhere. I done talked to him about a half a dozen times driving. Listening to Shanice Wilson, listening to Prince, and just talking to him, man. Because, you know, I know that he's here. I know that he's present. You know, just in another realm somewhere. And I told him, man, I said, yo, look, if you run into Nubian, you know what I'm saying, tell him I miss him, and y'all keep funking, and keep doing what y'all do. You know, man, so many stories, man. I had a chance to tell someone that's very close to the both of us, someone that he introduced me to, that I consider one of the loves of my life. And she was just totally, because she had just spoke to him not so long ago, and she was just lost it, you know. And you know, again, she has her stories. You know, she spoke about you, Marque, and Lawrence, and someone else was another person. You know, so, you know, just going back to her foundation with Marque, with church and everything like that. You know, yeah, I got plenty of stories, but I don't want to hold it up. You know, just in case somebody wants to chime in.
Matter of fact, I do have somebody who wants to say hello to you, sir. Your mic is live, sir. LT.
That's a voice I haven't heard in years. Not Super Lover Will, now Shadi Haru, not my man.
Okay, so that's somebody that knows me from way back. That's somebody I you know how many incarnations that I done metamorphosized into. So I can't recognize the voice, but you recognize my voice. So that's great enough. Not good enough, but that's great enough.
I know how you'll know who it is.
Huh?
I say I know how you'll know who it is. Lat, how did you learn about music?
Oh man, that's
I learned about music.
No, not you. Not you. Him.
Okay.
That's an easy one. I always said before I ever even knew what my man was teaching me, the person that taught me that everything is on the one is my brother Will. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4. Now dig it. Now dig it. I swear on everything I love, I was gonna go into that, right? But hold on, where am I turning? I was gonna go into that, but again, I didn't wanna tie it up, right? And I was thinking about that, and I was talking to Brian, and I was thinking about choice. I was thinking about choice. I was thinking about Brian. I was thinking about you. I was thinking about Little Mark. I was thinking about pretty much anybody that came into my direction from that 86 and up with that one, man, with that funk.
That's it.
On the
And
one.
everything is on the one. And I'm telling you, if every, huh?
Mark used to hate that.
Mark got that. If Mark, Mark, wherever you at, you let everyone know the way that you want to let everyone know in the spirit realm that you got on the one from me, brother. You know what I'm saying? And that on the one, man. I pressed on that.
That's how I learned it. I'm like, man, what the hell are you talking about? And he's like, nah, you gotta listen. When I sample this and you start to rhyme, we coming off the one. I was like, man, what is this dude talking about?
Right. And everyone got it. Everyone and you know, man. So many conversations about music, man. And when I clear up off of there, man, I'm gonna throw on some Shanice Wilson, because we used to jam that album, you know, before she became Shanice. She was Shanice Wilson on that Discovery album, man. And we used to wear that. I mean, when we was playing cassettes, I think we might have broke each of us. I think two cassettes a piece, just wearing that album out, among other things, you know, the Prince and everything like that. But yeah,
well, listen,
on
brother,
the one, man, on the one.
I need your number because I hear you down here in Georgia now.
Hold on. I was thinking. Forgive me. I didn't mean to cut you off. And I said, if I came on, I came on, I gotta speak about Mark doing a mean goddamn cabbage patch, man. He worked that goddamn cabbage patch on the dance floor like nobody business, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just picturing him in my head doing that damn cabbage patch. And I'm like, I used to bug. I said, man, is that the only dance you know? But he worked that cabbage patch like it's nobody business, man. Yeah. Oh man. So okay, so now that I know who this is, I'm sure you're gonna share. So I'm gonna shut up for now, unless his spirit moves me to blurt out something else, and I'm gonna listen to you. Share your love, man. Share your love on it.
Well, now I wasn't going to do, too much talking today. When I was trying to call in earlier, it was full, so I couldn't get in. So that let me know right there that everybody was in and everybody was talking. I got joked at a lot, especially recently. Like Eric and them, they'd be like, "Yo, you Mark's caretaker or his bodyguard." And I told Mark way back in the 90s when we was playing basketball at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I ain't never gonna let nothing happen to you if I can help it. If I'm around, you good. So, and he always took that and he always understood that. And that's the biggest thing that I always wanted to leave with him. Like if I was around or we all was around, he was good, he was safe, he could be him. Then he ain't got nothing to worry about. And you should tell him, yo, don't let nobody tease you about whatever. Like, I mean, I'm going to fuck with you because I can, but don't let nobody tease you about it. Do you. And I think he understood that about all of us. He always felt that about all of us. So, I mean, to me, I think that's one of the biggest things that you can give to anybody, in your crew that's in your circle. If they know that when they're around you, they safe, that's the biggest thing you can give anybody. So that's pretty much it. You know, like I said, I wasn't gonna do too much talking. I'll probably, if I make it up there for whatever his service is, I mean, I'll probably wind up speaking again. So, but that's it for now. I seen Choice on here too. That's somebody that I probably haven't physically spoke to in a good 30 years. Like, you know what I mean? From like back in the days. So it was, it's good to see everybody, come up and show they love and represent for Mark. So that's a good thing. I'm happy about that.
True that. Hollow.
Yo.
All right. I think everybody's pretty much
Oh wait, I think is Sinclair still there?
I don't
I'm here.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he all just trying to get me out of here, so I don't say nothing.
Whatever.
Yo, real quick. I gotta first of all, I gotta thank y'all, man, for real, because I actually learned more about Little Mark today from everybody, from all his old school friends and his old stories and stuff, man. It does remind me though, I need to get some younger friends, man. Like, man, you know what I mean?
Dig it. I just like I said before, I'll be blurting out during the. I have to share a story with y'all, man. We was it was me, him, forgot somebody else, man. Just being teen, get ready to go into adulthood. I think it was like 19, 18, something like that, man. And we was chilling in his room, and we was talking, man. Right? We were talking about girls and sex and everything like that. And I just had to laugh earlier. I don't know how that came in my head, right? So we talking about girls and everything like that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, Rodney, you might have to mute him, Rodney.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, don't tell that story. Don't tell that
story. You know how to mute him? Okay, yeah.
Troy said somebody sabotaged that. Somebody sabotaged him right there.
Mark is like, don't tell that story. He's like, nah.
Yeah, like I said though, man, I gotta thank y'all, man, for sharing the stories and all that, because I met Little Mark. I guess it was around Who's House time. What year was that?
Oh God.
What year was that, yo? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know my damn self.
But in either case, I met him. Right, yeah, definitely before COVID, pre-COVID.
Right.
Definitely met him around that time, and I will say since then, talk about ride or die. Talk about ride or die. That dude was at everything, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's some things I ain't even invite him to that he still showed up at. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, man, dude, don't play. And then some of that stuff was so far away. I'll be like, yo, how'd you get here? Oh, I took the train. I'm like, how the hell did you get here by train, bro? Like, I didn't even know there was trains that come out here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely ride or die. It's good to know that he has been the same person his whole life, which is crazy to me because I've been at least 7 different people in mine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gotta just thanks a lot for this, man. Mark, man, the last couple of years, last 5 years, I guess, I've lost.
Yeah.
Man, some of the closest people to me, man, and just so many people, man. It's been, I'm almost like numb to this now at this point. Like, like it's crazy. But this has been good, man. It's been positive. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
And to literally like just like somebody was saying, all the stories, it's so him. It don't matter what time period you took it from. You know what I'm saying? It's always he's been the same exact dude, which is crazy. So yeah, man, just thanks a lot for the space, man. That's pretty much all I had to say.
All right, man. Love you, dude.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, same, man. Your family, man, for real.
Word.
No doubt.
All right, Sinclair.
Yep.
All right.
So I guess we that's a wrap, son.
Yeah, I guess so. But
we
you know
got a nice little 3-hour tribute to my brother. That's cool.
Exactly.
And this is going to be archived on YouTube.
Yes.
So it will be forever, perpetually.
Forever.
You
Exactly.
can download it if you want.
Exactly. And also I want to say thank you again. Thank you to everybody that commented, shared their stories, their testimonials. Thank you, people in the chat room. There's so much love for our brother, and of course he'll be missed. And as far as in the paint goes, that legacy will live on. I promise you that. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll be me and a host of other people.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep that going. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you that from right now. That's just what it is. Love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? You will definitely be missed, man. It's not gonna be the same without you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna carry you forever in my heart, man. You're a good dude. You know?
No doubt.
Hell yeah.
And your R, if
Yes,
you need
sir.
me, I'm here.
Thank you, brother. And vice versa, brother. Vice versa.
Yep. No
All
doubt.
right? That goes to all of you out there. All of you. All right?
Yeah.
All right, brother. So
I'm gonna keep my blackety black self over here though. So
all right. Peace out. Y'all have a great rest of your night.
All right, hey Choice, man, good to see you, man. Like I said, you probably somebody I ain't talked to in 30 good years.
Well, you make sure you're up there. When we get the news, I'm gonna go by and definitely pay my respects. And
Oh yeah, that's what I'm waiting to hear too. I'm waiting to hear the dates and all of that. Definitely.
that works, brother.
Definitely.
All right, man.